Welcome everybody to the A.I.P channel where anything is possible. And we have a great show for everybody tonight, I believe. It's gonna be a fun one. Especially if we might have another special guest pop in from like last week. You never know. Anything is possible. So to bring in my wonderful co-hosts, plural as you hear, we got Jamie
Good
and
evening,
Mr.
sir.
Dave has returned. Thankfully, things are going well with his situation, so he has been able to come back, and he is back with us.
Many
What's
blessings,
up,
everyone.
gentlemen?
Good evening.
Man, just chilling, enjoying hump day. Watching the world um,
Hmm.
try to keep from imploding on itself. Um, Good stuff. Good stuff. I
Yeah,
like.
it's
I don't. I don't know where you want to start at.
I got one video I want to show for the ones, or especially for they're going. The special ones are here first and early. I want an amazing video, and then we'll get into some all kinds of shit. I probably got 50 bookmarks
He said all kinds of shit.
in
All
Twitter alone.
kinds.
So, and I know you got yeah, all kinds. So I know you got plenty of stuff on your end too. So it's gonna be fun.
Oh,
Let's see if I'm gonna find it just a second here. But yeah, I'm glad to be back here. We're back again. We're gonna have some, like I said, we're gonna have some fun. And uh, here we go. I got so much stuff saved. It's pretty amazing. I'm trying to do better, and I have done better. But have y'all seen this? Let me pull it full screen. Watch how close this woman. She had. I tell you what. I believe she has a guardian angel.
yeah.
It blew her dress up a little. Holy shit.
Yeah, it's
Godly.
just.
Watch her dress.
I seen another video. I meant to save it earlier. I didn't. It was on a different angle at it. It was like from that building and from inside the building. They were videoing out, and it got a different angle. That's just amazing.
Man,
Yeah, she's a. There's a reason she's here, and she's some reason she.
that woman is going to
How in the world
touch
did that happen?
somebody's life one day. Like, people say that God works in crazy ways, when people want to blame God when innocent children, or whatever happens to people when they die, cancer, whatever it may be, and they're like, well, how can God do that? But in the same aspect, God will step in and save a person's life. And whether it's people want to say, well, that's luck, or then maybe they try to believe in fate or whatever it is, man. But dude, if that woman didn't get down on her hands and knees and thank God right then, like I bet she did a lot of soul searching after that. And
Yeah,
near death
that was
experiences
that
are
was pretty
something.
wild.
Yeah. Wow.
Uh,
I imagine.
but that was pretty wild. But man, there's so much to talk about. We got the Epstein list supposed to come out tomorrow. Last minute, um, I seen that today, just a few minutes ago. I seen that
Let's
pop up.
let's start here. Okay.
That's where I wanted to start. I got a cool video by our Mr. Ian Carroll. I got a
All
cool
right.
video for him whenever we're
Go
ready,
ahead.
and
Go ahead and run that, and
but
then
let it
I'll
rip.
I'll drop my 2 cents on it. because I'm curious to know what you know. In fact, let me drop mine first. I tell here's my thought. Everybody on social
Good.
media right now on Twitter's freaking out because they're like, ah, the Jews control the White House. Israel controls this. Everybody's they're not going to drop it because of this or I'm like, wait a minute, hang on, just everybody calm down for a second. One, um, if it went to Pam Bondi first, guess who she is? Top prosecutor in the country. Guess what's going to happen therefore now? She's examining things. You have to let things play out because these people weren't dealt with in the past. And now they have a force that's going to come in and say, well, wait a minute, y'all are guilty as hell. And I think over the last week or how I think since day one, some people have been silently scooped up and I hope we get some justification. I hope some of these people get held accountable for their actions. Pam Bondi goes on the show tonight and says, 250 victims. Now, we know the age range is from top to bottom on some of these women, but more low end. He had a thing for these underage girls. Not to mention, if they're only reporting 250, there are thousands other that just haven't been identified. That's my opinion. I think that there's some deep, dark, diminished shit going on globally among these people, and a day of reckoning is coming for them. That's what I hope, anyway. That's what I hope. But I think they're levying some charges. I think some investigations are going on. I think they're securing data and whatever they can put their hands on before they drop it, because you know the Epstein list is one thing. I want to see that motherfucking Diddy list. You know what I mean? You talk about two people that are running the exact same operation in different formats, where one is geared politically to the higher echelon of the global elites, while the other one dictates Hollywood and the sports industry. So who set these people up? You know what I mean? You can look at who fucking Diddy's handler was, and I can't think of the dude's name, but guess where he's from? Ding, ding, ding. I mean, there's a very elite group of people in a very small part of the world that have their hands in a whole lot of different things. And I think they control the majority of our fucking Congress. They've got their hands in these pockets, and they have, like take the money that we've paid in. Why are we giving Israel money? Why are we you know, giving them deals on weaponry and stuff? Why ain't they paying full price? You know, I didn't drown myself in my bathtub tomorrow. Okay, I'm just. But yeah, go ahead and let Ian roll.
Yeah, for
That's yeah.
sure.
I think it's coming, bro.
Hopefully I can. I don't know my
We'll send you some nice flowers.
this
too.
thing's about to make me mad.
Hey, send
I
it to
might
me. I can always
disappear on
play
y'all.
it. I can always play it.
It's I'll try it but if I disappear, it goes again. What the fuck? This is sad. I have a 7-foot cable on this thing. I'm directly hooked up. Should be 900 fucking megabytes a second. Fiber and fucking AT&T. Bastards. All right, here we go.
So I got into an argument on X Space yesterday with a former congressman about our boy Jeffrey Epstein. And Homeboy seemed convinced that Jeffrey Epstein had nothing to do with the bill, and he was ready to argue that point. And so I asked him, "Have you read One Nation Under Blackmail?" And his response was no. But I was a former congressman with security clearances, so I've read files that you couldn't even access. Like, oh, great, cool. You read the official narrative. How insightful. I'm sure that your opinion is just so informed. Listen, if anyone is trying to tell you anything about Jeffrey Epstein and they have not read this 2-part volume from Whitney Webb, that's a red flag. Because yeah, there's lots of ways to learn about Epstein. You could do your own research. You could read articles from across the years about him. You could watch reels on Instagram, TikTok, etc. about him. But really, if you want to get down to the bottom of things, you got to just put in the work and read the full deal. And then once you've read that, you might do your own research to expand upon your knowledge and to make sure that you're checking Whitney's, like here, I'll show you the notes. Here's a whole other page of it. And you don't have to do that. Like, you don't have to pretend to be an expert on Epstein. You don't have to have an opinion just because you were a congressman or whoever you are. You don't have to feel like you know everything. But if you want to have an expert opinion on a complicated topic that is like a part of the mainstream zeitgeist right now, you better have done the reading and the work to be informed on the current state of the conversation. Otherwise, you just look silly when you try to argue your point. Like, here's Whitney Webb's list of sources for just her first chapter. It goes on and on and on and on and on for just her first chapter. And then there's actual documents in the back. Oh yeah, by the way, did I mention that there's actually 2 whole books? It's a 2-part. And there's usually all kinds of sources about any given topic that you want to have an argument about. But oftentimes there's like one definitive source that should be in everyone's repertoire. Epstein, this is it. For the CIA, this is it. And what makes them definitive sources is how many primary sources they have researched and cited. This book is based on my reading of more than 50,000 documents, primarily from the archives of the CIA, the White House, and the State Department, more than 2,000 oral histories of American intelligence officers, soldiers, and diplomats, and more than 300 interviews conducted since 1987 with CIA officers and veterans, including 10 directors of Central Intelligence. Extensive endnotes amplify this tech. Those endnotes are there. All of those are all endnotes. And the official documentation is not always the whole story, but it is a critical piece of the story. And if you're not aware of the official documentation, you're kind of talking out your ass. So in this case of the CIA, Tim misses some stories that are not in the official documentation, like the heroin trafficking that George H.W. Bush did in Vietnam and Laos. Not officially disclosed in the public record in the zeitgeist. They kept that totally top secret, and it is to this day. So it's not in that book. But the book is filled with primary sources divisions, like between real humans, documented conversations which give you so much insight into how this world works. And seeing as this is all the rage right now on Twitter, and we all want the documents released, and it seems like there's some trouble brewing in paradise releasing them, I just thought I would remind you that anyone who's trying to tell you about Epstein and who he was and who he worked for and didn't work for, if they have not read this book, you probably shouldn't listen to them. Because maybe that book is not true. Maybe they can
We crashed him.
Dang it.
We crashed him. He'll be back. He'll be back.
Yeah.
We'll pause on that because, dude, that web.
So when they're dropping them again, I didn't tell me again.
So allegedly tomorrow, Bondi went on Jesse Waters this evening and said that the documents were dropping tomorrow.
Wow.
Well, here's not all of them, select documents. And I think what they're going to do is they're going to string us along because they can't give you everything because they've got to deal with the shit, and
That's how a fucking system works. It's slow and shit. The process is part of the
Effing fiber. What's up,
Ricky,
everybody?
Ricky is back.
Damn fiber. I just switched ports. Maybe it'll work now. I don't know. It worked great last week. This week, of course, it wants to mess around with us. But yeah, I was going to say, anyone, you two gentlemen, need some reading material and want to borrow these, I have
You got both of them. Look at
both
that.
copies right here. So if y'all need it, I have them. Y'all just let me know. We'll meet up.
those interest me greatly. I used to read AFP. I used to subscribe to it, American Free Press, and it's kind of one of those newspapers whatever you're not supposed to subscribe to them because they're a little critical of Israel sometimes and things like that. But anyway, it's a very diverse paper and a lot of great people write for it. But Whitney Webb's books were always advertised in there, and I didn't know. I'd always thought it was a man. I guess Whitney is a girl's name usually. So, but
Yeah, it's she's a she's a girl.
I've never seen her. So she's prolific. She's got books on it. She's got a shitload of books from what I remember, those ad pages and stuff. So that'd be an exciting read because I love books like that that deep dive into these conspiracies um, that have occurred.
Yeah, we can meet up. We get a chance sometime soon. I'll meet up with you. I'll let you borrow them, man, if you want.
I mean,
Yeah, let you do a little deep dive in them. They're big ass, pretty thick books. You know,
yeah, I see it.
I lost my
520,
channel here.
530 pages on book one.
Nice. Gee, nice.
417 on book two. Yeah, I seen her come on Sam Tripoli and stuff, and couple of years ago, I guess, and um, yeah, it was. I I bought as soon as I seen them and heard her talk and everything. I bought them. I went on Amazon and bought them. I actually just bought that CIA book too. I'm
Ricky,
broke as hell. I'm over here buying stupid shit.
we lost our live on Rumble.
Dang.
Just a heads up on that.
Mm,
If anybody's
okay.
wondering what
It's
happened over there.
all right. Yeah, it shows. It shows it's up. It should have stayed up with y'all up, but um,
Yeah, it's shut down over here.
let me go take a look. Hey, Lucy don't shut down until I make it shut down.
Roger that.
But yeah, I got 4 viewers waiting. What in the world is going on there?
Technology, Ricky.
I love technology. I really do.
All right, so let's talk about technology. There are so the first thing that people should understand is this device that you have right here is a CIA tracking tool. I feel bad for the dude that has to look at my phone and all the horrible shit that I search through here, you know. Um, but yeah, everything is tapped. Everywhere that you go provides a geolocation marker, whether it's to the grocery store, the pharmacy, the gas station, the bank. They map out your life and know your habits based on your travel. Also, because credit card companies sell this information as well, they get pretty good habits on the kind of shit that you buy, the shit that you spend. You have targeted marketing directed at you, right? So the other thing that this technology is used for is they sell data points, okay? So anybody with the anybody with enough money can go to one of these data warehouses that store this information and they can buy a list. Let's say I put a circle around my house. Police do this. Police do this illegally without warrants. I can put a geofence around my house and I can track every cell phone that went in and out of my driveway. Okay. Then in turn, I can map every location back where that cell phone went to, geofence that location, and then track those individuals back, and you create a web of a person's life and who they are, right? So this thing is a tracking device. So the Epstein Island, somebody over the last couple months picked up all this information and they have tracked all these phones that were on the island back to their residences all over the US, all over the globe, all over the globe. And I'm telling you, they got all that information. If that information is available to private vendors, that can go buy that shit and go, hey, I've got this breaking news story. Look what we picked up. Like when you look at the movie 2000 Mules, Dinesh D'Souza, what he did was my understanding is they crowdsourced the income to buy this data, and they were able to track these people's cell phones to all these drop boxes during the election of 2020 that we all know was fucked up, right? So you've got these people, single individuals, going to multiple drop boxes. Well, at every drop box, they've got a camera there, so they FIO'd all the camera data. If you've not seen this, you need to go watch this. The election of 2020 was the most rigged fucking election ever. Okay. They've got video in every major swing state of these people hitting multiple boxes, dropping multiple bags. Not to mention the video that they have from inside these facilities where all this bullshit went on. It's all out there. All y'all got to do is just go look for it. It's all there. You know what I mean? So yeah, man, the feds have all of it, dude. I think it's fixing to go wild. I think they're fixing to call some major people out.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it.
That's what I think.
I wouldn't doubt it a bit.
I'm ready to see some
Especially
sort of handcuff feel.
especially since now we got Bongino sitting in there as the deputy director is this in the FBI. That's heads are gonna effing roll.
Let me tell you something. I couldn't imagine having that New York cop mad at you with a federal badge. Holy fuck! Oh my God! If you've ever wanted to see an animal break loose, let him go, man. Let him do his job.
I mean, we already had Cash, and everybody was saying how terrible, and like wreck havoc Cash is going to do, and then he put Bongino as his right hand man. He's like, hell is coming with me, and it's a reckoning. A reckoning is coming with him.
That's my favorite pick so far.
Yeah, I don't.
Fuck yes.
I don't agree with everything Bongino, says a lot of times, but on certain things, but he's very passionate, and he is not backing down from fucking nobody. I seen a clip where somebody was asking, wonder how Geraldo Rivera is doing right now, because him and them got into it about some stuff a while back, and I bet he probably shed his cells because he of how he thought on certain things. But yeah, Bongino don't play. I mean, for the dedication, but I take my hat off to the man for the dedication that he's going to stop his podcast, which makes millions. Like, he's got a monster podcast. He's going to put it on hold to do the job until, once, for 4 years or whatever is going to be his tour of in this position. And, see, he's throwing millions of dollars away, but he says it, he said it right up. He said, it's not about the money. He ain't doing it for the money. He got emotional. I watched it, how, man, he was damn near in tears. He was in tears, but that's dedication. You want to turn around and throw away all that to, just to go raise some hell. I don't know. We're going to see. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. Let's see if I got a, but on our Epstein, here's our lovely Attorney General. If my internet holds together, let's see. It hadn't been doing it now, so I switched ports and maybe it'll work.
You said last week that you have the Epstein files on your desk. When can we see them, and what's taking so long to release them?
I do. Jesse, there are well over, this will make you sick, 200 victims. 200. So we have over 250 actually. So we have to make sure that their identity is protected and their personal information. But other than that, I think tomorrow, the personal information of victims. Other than that, I think tomorrow, Jesse, breaking news right now, you're going to see some Epstein information being released by my office.
What kind? Are we going to see who was on the flights? Are we going to see any evidence from what he recorded? Because he had all of his homes wired with recording devices.
Yeah. What you're going to see, hopefully tomorrow, is a lot of flight logs, a lot of names, a lot of information. But it's pretty sick what that man did.
Okay, well,
along with his co-defendant.
Absolutely, and he had help. That's for
He
sure.
sure did.
I want to see that web. Let's pull that dude's cell phone data and let's check that web out.
Just let it rip.
It's there, bro. It's there. You know. But here's the thing too. I don't know if you've seen this, but so I've mentioned him before. You know, one of the accounts that I follow online, War Clandestine. Dude's got a lot of great information. Been reporting on the war in Ukraine and the situation with the bio labs there since it started. But he dropped a tweet this evening, basically from the office of the Attorney General, because they were asking for the files, right? So this dude, Patrick Davis, with the Principal Deputy Assistant Attorney General, what a title. Dear Chairwoman Luna, thank you for your letters to the Department of Justice dated February 11, blah, blah, blah. In your letters, you requested all these briefings and all this stuff. We know that you want to know about JFK and RFK and MLK. Anyway, this is the line that matters. The integrity of criminal investigation and prosecutions is essential to every component of the department's mission to uphold the rule of law, keep our nation safe, and protect civil rights. Let me tell you, bro, that's why I'm thinking like they arresting all these hoes right now. Like when you go to bed tonight, hopefully they're bouncing somebody's head off a floor and picking them up out the door, you know.
Open the door with their fucking head.
Bro, I hope that that's what's going on here. You know what I mean? Because it's gonna be sad. You know, we've known this shit's been going on forever, and you know, dude just keeps walking away. So, yeah.
Well, for sure. I mean, it's time. It's time to it's time to pull the drapes. It's time to open up the windows, open the door, whatever analogy you want to put, and let the shit show start and let it begin because it's coming. It's gonna be
Like your
funny.
title says, anything possible. What if, just what if, Epstein didn't get whacked in jail and he's sitting alive somewhere, maybe in Guantanamo Bay, because we know that Bondi just went down there with the whole gang. You know what I mean? They were all down there. So I wonder who's down there that high that they're seeing, right? They talk about these criminals being sent down there, but I think somebody's already down there, right? What if they pulled Epstein out of the prison cell and faked his death to?
He would be the first one. They've done it a bunch of times. I
You know what I
mean,
mean?
Put people in protective custody and all that. They've done it 1,000 times with a lot of damn different people. The possibility is there. It wouldn't surprise me, especially how many people, how powerful that list is. You know,
And I'm gonna tell you, man. Listen, you put him in a room.
That would be the. Go ahead.
You put him in a room with a Hammer and Dave. I think after 20 minutes, Dave, I had that dude singing him lullabies. I mean, got a pair of pliers.
Man, the way Bondi was talking, they've got a lot of information to go through, but she's got, it sounds like, I mean, she was like, look, it's a lot, but we're getting ready to drop. I mean, that's encouraging right there. that's real encouraging. It really is.
Has that
And seeing
pilot
some
been offed
folks
yet?
Oh,
Oh,
right.
the
Yeah,
one
for
that
sure.
the one that was flying everybody around. Yeah. Oh, while where's it at? Y'all like this right here? This little, where's it at? Where's it at? Y'all get a kick out of this. Well, damn it. Here we go. This is what needs to happen right here. This is who they need to make a phone call and get Ricky Gervais to fucking read the names.
Fuck yeah. Again. Do it again.
Yeah,
I told you I had a lot of cool
Oh, man.
stuff on here today, man. I'm ready, baby. I'm ready.
that
As
is
long as my
awesome,
internet
bro.
holds up, I got this. Yeah, that would be awesome. Ricky Gervais, he already ripped him. You had to get your own flight
Bro, like,
at the
holy
Oscar.
cow.
Yeah, it's that'd be awesome.
So, so a couple things interesting happened yesterday or day before yesterday. What's it called when someone sets themselves ablaze because they can't deal with their feelings? Self-emulation. What's that called? Emulation, emulation, something like that. Anyway,
Not immolation, I think. Immolation.
Something like that, yeah. Like that one dude that burned his arm in protest, you know?
That's a gnarly thing to do, man.
no,
Jeez.
that was a dude right there that I think was just looking for some attention because he, if you're gonna do it right,
Yeah, yeah. You need to be like on what was that movie? The Not the Da Vinci
self
Code, but the other one.
immolation. Sorry.
What was the sequel to the Da Vinci Code? The movies. I know it was backwards from the books, but what was the sequel? When that priest actually, yeah, angels and demons. Yeah, when the priest poured that oil all over him and set him on fire.
Right.
That's what dude should have done. I mean, if he wants to do it right, that's how you do it. You know, you
So, and
let her
not that
rip.
I'm condoning suicide, you know what I mean? It's
No, no,
sad
no. We're
what
not talking
happened,
that.
but this dude clearly is some kind of weirdo. These people are brainwashed, and um, they're the celebration the other day it was a year since this army guy set himself on fire out in front of whatever fucking UN building or wherever he was at, right? But
Hmm.
what's crazy is these people, yeah, yesterday it was 1 year ago yesterday. What these people are doing is they're posting online, rest in power, thank you for being a martyr, and they're celebrating this fucking mentally deranged dude that set himself on fire. What my fear is that they're going to use stuff like this to try to trigger more mentally fucked in the head people out to where they go out and do ignorant shit like this, you know. Tom Cruise, uh, 20 years ago, let me find my mark here, made a statement about medication and these kids that were on. And I found this video yesterday and was blown away because I'm like, this is the problem right now. They've got all these kids juiced up on sugar that alters their mind. They've got all these different chemicals in these juice packs and shit that they're packing them full of. Every kid's got you know, some kind of anxiety or depression or mood or whatever. But I can't figure out how to share my screen now. Well, here we go. It's this screen. Well, there's so many open.
Oh, that's why I'm running two computers, so it
of
makes it
drugging
easier.
So
children
listen to this.
with them not knowing. Here we are today, where I talk out against drugs and psychiatric abuses of electric shocking people, okay, against their will, of drugging children with them not knowing the effects of these drugs. Do you know what Adderall is? Do you know Ritalin? Do you know now that Ritalin is a street drug? Do you understand that?
The difference is
No,
this was
no,
not
Matt,
against
Matt,
her
I'm
will,
asking,
though.
Matt,
But this wasn't
I'm
against
asking you a
Brooke's will.
question. Matt, I'm asking you a question.
I understand there's
no,
abuse of all of these things.
No, you see, here's the problem. You don't know the history of psychiatry. I do. All it does is mask the problem, Matt. And if you understand the history of it, it masks the problem. That's what it does. That's all it does. You're not getting to the reason why. There is no such thing as a chemical imbalance. I'm saying that drugs aren't the answer, that these drugs are very dangerous. They're mind-altering, antipsychotic drugs. And there are ways of doing it without that so that we don't end up in a brave new world.
Yes, there are abuses. And yes, maybe they've gone too far in certain areas. Maybe there are too many kids on Ritalin. Maybe electric shock is...
kids on Ritalin. Matt,
I'm just saying, but aren't there
Matt,
examples where it works?
Matt, you don't even, you're glib. You don't even know what Ritalin is. If you start talking about chemical imbalance, you have to evaluate and read the research papers on how they came up with these theories, Matt. Okay? That's what I've done. And you go and you say, where's the medical test? Where's the blood test that says how much Ritalin you're supposed to get?
It's very impressive to listen to you because clearly you've done the homework and you know the subject.
And you should. And you should do that also because just knowing people who are on Ritalin isn't enough. You should be a little bit more responsible in knowing
I'm
really.
not prescribing Ritalin, Tom, and I'm not asking anyone else to do it.
Well, you are. You're saying no.
I know some people who seem to have been helped.
But you're saying, but it's like this is a very important issue.
This is a very,
and you know what? And you're here on the Today Show,
right?
And to talk about it in a way of saying, well, isn't it okay, and being reasonable about it when you don't know, and I do. I think that you should be a little bit more responsible in knowing what it is because you communicate to people.
And there it is, ladies and gentlemen. You know, so you've got an entire population of underage kids that are hormone imbalanced. Their minds all fucked up. A lot of these kids are medicated and on all kind of hormone take that crowd that are on hormone blockers. Now you've got, I mean, go just look at the last however many school shooters there were. They are all part of the club. You know what I mean? And I think they're going to weaponize these people. And yeah, these people are going to freak out very soon, I think. Dude, you know they had a protest tonight? Go ahead.
I was gonna say, like the dye, they did get rid of that red dye 6 or whatever it was, 7.
Right.
And, you know, all this different dyes and all this stuff is in our food. You know, I mean,
people are killing us.
That adds to it. You know, we add our food for sure. Is, you know, we got chemicals and all kinds of stuff. It makes us feel different ways, and then you get on there on the news, or you go to, you know, these, you know, when they get adult, they go to college and they get hammered with this ideology. You know, of course they're going to spit it back up because they've been drilled in their head of what they're supposed to think and how they're supposed to think, and exactly this how you're supposed to think and do. And it's crazy.
It's really beyond question. We have to question all the things they tell us, from the medical to psychiatric medical models, and that was an incredible clip. And Tom looked young as hell there, so that's an older clip. Of course, Matt Lauer was still around, so that's that clip's probably 10, 12, 15 years old, maybe. I mean, that's an interesting thing that he was talking about it then, because just 30 months ago is when I first learned about it. We all loved Tucker. It was on Tucker where he was talking about this guy had a book out, and he was like, listen, you just pop these kids full of these psychotropics or SSRIs, selective serotonin reuptake inhibitors, but it's all based on the theoretical model of having a chemical imbalance, and it doesn't address what they call the ACE scale, adverse childhood experiences and trauma, that is the real driver of these things. And so that's why these medicines don't work. But you can't dry up the research dollars or dry up big pharma's dollars from the medication. And so you toe the fucking line. That's what Tom was trying to tell Matt Lauer, was like, you're towing the fucking line out of ignorance. Oh, it helped a couple kids. I know they're not so shitty anymore. Well, goddamn it, it's just masking the problem. You're not helping that kid.
Mm-hmm.
You turn him into a zombie. You don't know the long-term effects. You don't care. Yeah, man.
No.
This is an issue I've always been passionate about as well. So that's cool to hear Tom talking about it. However long ago it was.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I mean, there's a lot of kids, maybe like you said, if it helps a 1% that really do need it, the rest of them, they just prescribe it because it makes money off of it. And they're making millions of dollars off of it, prescribing this shit to these kids. And just because they're hyper or I deal with kids every day, and yeah, some are a little extra hyper than others. Okay. That means they need to have things to do. They don't necessarily need to be, um, you can't just leave them in a freaking box in a room with you know, you got to get them out. You got to take them to the park or get them into martial arts or something. It's
I know there's
it's
situations where medicine is necessary. There's situations where it's life saving and helpful. I'm not negating that. Um, but just like with the COVID vaccine, oh, when they're so sure and it's so safe and it's so effective, and then it's so not. Another
or
example
the disclaimer real quick. We are not doctors. This is just satire. We are just talking, having conversation. We are not doctors. Do not take
as a
medical
doctor,
advice from us. There we go. Thank you, YouTube.
So there was a
uh,
movie a few years ago about not a movie. It was actually a series about this doctor and the uh, opioid epidemic. It was on Netflix, I think. God, Batman was in it. What's his name? The first Batman.
not Christian Bale, Michael Keaton.
Christian,
Michael Keaton. Yeah, Michael Keaton is in it. But he plays this
let's say
doctor.
Adam West.
No.
How far back do you want to go?
Yeah. How far you want to go?
Tell
Um,
about
on
yourself.
the screen, I got the Rage Against the Machine cover
Dope
from
sick.
'92.
Dope
Hmm.
sick. But it was about the opioid pill struggle. And they talked about how the executives at Purdue Pharma made it so that these doctors profited off of pushing this stuff. Let me tell you, there's a reason why medical companies hire hot ass nurses and send them in. That's Look at that industry. It is dominated by bombshells because that's who sells that shit to the doctors' offices. Don't come at me. I'm just stating facts. Okay. Because their job is to sell this stuff. So this entire movie was about how they sold these drugs and pushed these drugs on people. So when that movie came out, everybody's like, boo, big business, look what they did to us. But they completely are blind to the fact that they could be doing it through other means, through other drugs or the food that you eat or what you drink and the stuff that you ingest or I don't know, man. People are just dumb, very tunnel visioned.
Well, they got blinders. A lot of people got blinders on. Some people have blinders on because they don't want to see around, and other people got their head in the sand and hoping nobody will kick them right in the ass while they walk by. Because they don't want to see the situation that's going on because they can't handle. Kind of like uh, I can't handle the truth. Like the movie said. And some people can't. Some people can't handle the truth. And I think if some of these lists and stuff come out, it's going to be there are going to be some people that can't handle that truth of the situation going
Oh,
on.
100%. Yeah.
Yeah, their world's gonna fall apart when they find out their favorite celebrity or basketball player or is a
Hmm.
fucking uh
Piece of sheet.
They're idols. All of
I
them
mean, that's
idols.
it. Yeah, they worship these people. Um and they're almost they like you said they're almost the gods to them. Some are some, and they turn around and they
It's
realize that they're evil incarnate, really, or they're just normal people that got fucked up ways, and they won't they won't know how to you
it's
know
a it's a normal bias that happens to these folks where what the reality of the corruption is so immense, vast, and thorough that they can't handle that what is being asked of them when you tell them like it's all of them, it's all of Hollywood, it's these entrenched politicians and global billionaires, celebrity class. It's all these motherfuckers, and it's too big for them to wrap their brain around that, and to question the whole government, and and to radically shrink it. That's too much for them, and plus they're programmed to just oppose anything Trump does.
Okay. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here.
No, they wouldn't do that just because,
When you tell them to question the medicines, they're like, no, I trust the science. I'll be the guinea pig. Shoot me up with this untested mRNA.
Now, I don't know how real this is, but I just want to put this up here. Okay. Y'all don't come for me, okay? Where the hell did it go? Here it is. Bet online. Who will, and this is actually shared from them. Who will be on the Epstein list? Any current congressman, yes or no? Pretty even across, right? Everybody knows there's going to be a yes, right? Hillary Clinton, DT, Rudy Giuliani, Gavin Newsom. We know that motherfucker's been there. Cuomo, absolutely. Biden, you know it. Barack, you know it. Kushner, yep. No, wait a minute. Has Kushner been there? I don't know.
Man, he's a little young.
Well, maybe.
Trafficked in that circle.
Romney?
Do you? God damn. Hey, dude. Somebody's got to find this clip of motherfucking Daniel Tosh talking about when they asked old boy from Yale or wherever it was if he liked little boys.
What?
So that motherfucker took 5 seconds and he said, you just made me think of that with that Mitt Romney. Look, these are all betting favorites. Some of that's some good action, man. Is that real action?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
These are weird numbers.
That's wild.
These are weird numbers. I would think that you would have those are all dogs, right? The pluses are all dogs. So
a few bets.
Some of those people probably aren't on the list, but
until we go look it up.
I just pulled the link, and when I did, it's a dead link. It goes to a page 404 found and redirects you to the site.
It might be fake.
It could be just something to drive you to the site, but they posted it though. That's a great marketing if you're going to do that.
Here's a great question right here. I had on my little list of things. Why aren't they celebrating the first person of color to serve as the FBI director?
Who's that?
That's
Kash Patel.
Good question.
Because bro, listen, because he's American, man. He's just American. I don't even think he says he's Indian American. I think he just says he's American.
He does, but
does he say that?
But the left always pushing that, you're the first, the first this,
Right.
If you can get 5-6 different taglines on top of one thing, you're doing great. And so that's.
This is going to pull me to the right site. Here we go. Prop bets.
Yeah,
no,
you might have to just go.
It's not real.
Yeah, I figured.
I went to go check it though. See what the odds are on my boy Danny. $290. He's favorite.
Is he a favorite?
Yeah.
Is he a favorite?
That's good. That's good.
Yep. Cool. Yeah. I'm going to Tupelo this weekend. I'll be down there.
You hanging out with me?
Hey, we get to kick it. Yay.
Yeah.
Let me know if you need me to carry your bag,
You get shoot. I'm gonna have to reach out for a loan. I might have had to call one. They called me today. One Man, I was like, man, I got a phone call from what was it One Main Financial? Where the hell it is? Some loan company, and I'm like, I don't owe these damn fucking people no money. And I answer it, and they're like, "Is there anything we can do for you?" I'm like, "No, you're good." Oh, okay. We're just checking. Like, I'm good. I don't need y'all to. I don't need your 28% interest right now. I'm good.
Right. No kidding, huh?
No
Yeah. I
thanks.
don't know, bro. I don't know. I think companies like that prey on people. Um,
Oh
again, back to
yeah.
that marketing. They know when you're broke, man. You know, they know when you're on hard times.
Oh,
Um,
they probably pulling your fucking credit in the background.
oh yeah, that's a thing. You know.
Once, especially if you use them one time, then you're, uh, yeah, it's yeah, you use it one time and then, yep.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's a different. Yeah. Did you see that fucking mayor?
Which one?
Uh, Old Mayor Adams. He sit there. Is that the same one? Let me see. Hold on a second. Oh, cool. We got. Let's see here. We got the same one on here. No, that's Brandon Johnson. Never mind. I got two different. Brandon Johnson's down to 6%. People like him. 6. But Mayor Adams, he is kind of saying like he's Jesus. I think right here, what it looks like. He's comparing himself.
Right.
So this is a biblical moment. You know, when Jesus was on the cross, he said, God, forgive them, for they know not what they do. All these Negroes were asking me to step down, God, forgive them. Are you stupid? I'm running my race right now.
Hey, they're gonna vote the shit out of him out of there. He's getting booted.
Oh. Oh.
He must know that already. And don't give
He knows he's getting booted.
he knows. That's funny. He was a garbage mayor. He flip flopped. He's just a crook. Fuck him.
Yeah.
He flip flopped on that immigration shit. First, it was we're a sanctuary city, and then fucking oh shit, don't sit no more. We can't handle them and shit. We're crumbling.
Did you see the mayor of New York shut down that Pakistan owned hotel there?
Oh, he did. I missed that.
Yeah.
Yeah, the government of Pakistan owns that hotel, not people from Pakistan. The
And
fucking government.
we were paying for it.
Hmm.
I'm sure
We were paying. We
Why
we
wouldn't
showed that. You can go back on the older. I'm not sure which one it was now, but you can go back through the talking with conspiracy, and we actually brought that up to attention on here several weeks back.
Hmm.
man.
Yeah, I'm looking to see if it got shut down. He shut down one hotel that was being used. I can't figure out which one it is. But yeah, this is coming from back on February 10. They talk about the city of New York pays 220 million to rent the entire Roosevelt Hotel. That hotel is owned by the government of Pakistan, and it was part of a 1.1 million IMF bailout package to help Pakistan avoid defaulting on their international debt. Prior to the deal, the hotel was closed since 2020, having long struggled with occupancy and in dire need of renovation. Holy Shiite. I hope, listen, I can't afford to go to New York City, but I'm glad that my tax money helps some illegal immigrants go see New York City.
And
You should
it's a
send me
nice
a
hotel.
thank you note.
You've seen the pictures of how it is. It's all nice and everything inside. It's nice. It's beautiful.
I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is, cousin. I am sure it is.
On that note, let me break. We're an hour in. Let's have a funny video.
I can't hear it. Like, I don't know what I hear.
You can't hear it?
No.
You didn't hear it? Well, it's loud in the background
Oh, there
anyway.
it goes. There it goes. Never mind. I did.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll play it again. That's cute. It's too cute not to play it twice.
I thought he said something to her. It cut out at the end. Okay. That's what that sound
No,
was.
he
Just
just
a kid
points his.
falling. Okay.
Yeah. He just pointed his finger and she fell like a sack of potatoes.
I'm like, what was that sound? Okay.
That was the spell being cast.
I'm with you now. Who's honking their horn out in front of my house?
And we go from sweet picture to this shit right here pissing me off.
You know what really grinds my gears?
What grinds my gears? This shit right here grinds my gears. There ain't nobody. If they are, I'm gonna kick them right. Well, I better not say that on here. But
I saw this.
There's nobody. Who the fuck is saying? I don't even. I'm gonna cuss on this. I don't even care. We don't care about cussing anyway. But man, who the fuck is saying this shit?
A mother, listen. Hey, would you like to be the inseminated person to my children? I would love to be the natural parent to yours. And maybe we could have a little person together. Will you be my spouse? Did I do that right? Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. And why is it even coming up like? And if you want to say that shit in private, whatever, where the fuck ever, I mean, you do what you do. But this shit does not it ain't that fucking serious to the point that it needs to be brought up against state budgets and brought up to the state because like it's going to change anything. Like they're going to fucking change the word paternity to patronage. What the fuck? That's what's wrong with these fucking kids and stuff now. They already, there's, broken homes or just no love for the mother or they just, whatever. And, and now we over here like taking the heart and soul, like, a mother's caring, a father's caring. But if you want to take that loving terminology out and just give it some bullshit inseminated person instead of a mother, fuck that shit, man. You're taking the love out of it. And that's, they don't want them people to love their parents. They don't want them to love each other. They want everybody to hate each other. They want everybody to fucking be miserable fucking pieces of shit all the time. I mean, that's my opinion, but if they want to say stupid shit like this,
the funny thing, Ricky,
what is it? What the fuck did Rich just said? I've been called the womb raider. Listen to the chat, but I'm gonna pull that off the screen. I don't even, that shit right there is just, yeah. We should have popped up that little thing. It will grind my gears. That grinds my gears. Well, I seen that the other day. I literally don't even comment on that shit on Facebook, but I seen it. I was like, hell to the fucking no. And whoever thought that shit needs some help.
Well, it's just always with this woke inclusive language. this fucking genderless language because they've got these dystopian ideas, and that's how they express them. They're like, I mean, you could walk up to a group of people now and say, "What's up, guys?" And there'd be girls there, but somebody that's woke might correct you and say, "Guys." So there's girls here. There's non-binary they thems here. Like they'll yell at you for not using inclusive language or you use gendered language. Wisconsin's just not keeping up with the fucking zeitgeist though, because I think we're well past all that bullshit. Hell, they just renamed Fort Bragg. So they're done. They're done with that renaming shit. Wisconsin, you need to shut that shit down. We're over
Hey, I
that.
like what Trump told that chick from Maine the other day. He said, "You will do it, or I'll cut your funding off."
And now she said something about they're going to not send in federal taxes. Like, you can't do that shit. Like, she going to go into everybody's fucking W-2s and stop.
I would have said right then, that's fine because I'm canceling everyone's income tax. So you had that coming anyway, you cunty bitch.
I do have I think I have a picture of that stupid shit. I don't know. There's a lot of crazy stuff going on. Like this right here. This one's pretty wild. We'll keep on our ADD. Georgia judge has ordered Fannie Willis to testify under oath before the Senate about hiring her boyfriend to illegally go after President Trump. And she's just kind of like deer in the headlights. Oh, fuck. Look at that. If that ain't an old fuck look, I don't know what is.
Do you remember when they asked him, "Have you ever been to a cabin getaway?" And that dude froze, like trying to remember exactly, trying to redefine. Like in his mind, he's going through, damn, I was at this cabin, but he's trying to redefine the word cabin, like just he's like have you seen this, Dave?
I don't recall. Can't say that I have. I do not recall, Jamie.
Oh, bro.
To refresh me. That's funny.
Oh, God.
Y'all
continue on. When I find it, I'll.
Interrogation. Do you remember doing
what was his name? What was her boyfriend's name? Here it is.
All right.
I just found it. Stand by.
Stand by, baby. We get. I had something funny to show, but you found that. That's good. I don't have to show what I get.
Did you go to a cabin with Miss Willis ever?
Ever.
Ever.
Hey, remembering them thoughts. That shit bring back memories.
No. No.
Did you go?
Listen, bro. Listen. That dude was like deer in the headlights. Like he knew he was, and he knew he had to stand his ground. Yeah, they got some dirt on that dude too.
Yeah, Bad Nurse that made that comment about the representative from Maine. Yeah, about the speaking out against the trans beating the girls, and that's that's the whole point of it. And like they censored her or whatever. Like, man, that's just some childish shit. Like y'all were told what you got to do. You let these grown fucking men fucking beat up these girls and stuff. Did you see the video where like the two it was two just average fucking dudes, and they fought like three Instagram models and whooped the dog crap out of all
I
three of them.
saw that.
And it's like,
Like,
these dudes and those dudes couldn't fight. They looked terrible.
Oh,
But
that.
oh yeah, they might have stepped foot in the gym just long enough to say they've been to a gym and take a picture. What it looked like, flailing overhands and stuff. But that one, he threw a nice kicked to that one girl's body, and she just said, "Doop, no, I'm done." I'm like, man, like,
Hold it up.
they gotta stop doing that crowd. Let the girls compete with the girls so they can, strive to be the best they can be. Why mix this shit up to, mess up kids? I don't understand that shit, but I don't know. It don't make damn no sense to me. Another funny one though, on a whole different swap. Did you see this?
White House is looking to sell the Nancy Pelosi Federal Building and a century-old building at 50 United Nations Plaza. The Trump administration says it will save money by avoiding maintenance on the buildings, selling the properties, then leasing office space for federal workers. Former Congresswoman Jackie Spears says it's just about vengeance.
It's another example of how he's coming after Democrats, he's coming after California, and it's all about payback.
White House is looking to sell the Nancy Pelosi Federal Building on.
Listen, can we just give California away?
Oh, I should have left it on there. Look at this. Speaking of California, I had two back to back. I forgot I had them back to back. Look at D-Bag here.
We need to change the conversation. And that's why I'm launching a new podcast. And this is going to be anything but the ordinary politician podcast.
Let's go listen to this
I'm
ignorant
gonna be talking
bastard.
to people directly that I disagree with, as well as people I look up to. But more important than anything else, I'll be talking directly with you, the listener. Real conversations. What's going on with the cost of eggs? What are the impacts, real impacts to you?
What's wrong with eggs? Biden had all them freaking birds killed for fucking bird flu. Duh. So there ain't that many eggs. Ain't that many chickens. It don't make. I mean, how hard is it to understand what's going on? They killed millions of fucking chickens, so their chickens are gone. They ain't laying eggs. Supply and demand. If there's less supply and more demand, then the price goes up. It's not very fucking hard economics. But it's all you hear is the politicians. What about the price of eggs? Why is the price of eggs still hadn't gone down? Because they haven't. There's not enough fucking chickens been born yet. It takes a little while before they start laying eggs. Unless you juice them bastards up. But yeah, I've seen that. He's gonna make them on a podcast. I'm like, who the fuck's gonna listen to that? And their son of a bitch.
He juice some bitches up. That's right. And that's what I think, man. Like, I truly think these guys, these people out here don't understand like what their kids are eating, man. You're taking your kids to McDonald's 3-4 times a week. You're eating some of the worst food you can imagine. Your first go-to is, I've got to buy my kids some soda or they won't shut up. How about make them drink water? You know what I mean? Like, stop. Be the parent, bro. Be the parent. The fuck? I'm sorry. I just,
I don't
So
know. I would say there were certain things I wouldn't eat. And I remember when I was a kid, my parents like, well, you eat this, or you go to bed hungry. I was like, fuck it, I'll go to bed hungry. And I'd go to bed hungry. I wasn't eating it. I'm that hard headed, and I just had to wait till I go into school the next day and eat some lunch at school or something. But yeah, if I don't like it, I'm not eating it. I was the same way. To this day, I won't take liquid cough medicine. I hate that shit too. I ain't eating that, taking that either. Doctor tried to prescribe that shit to them. To this day, I'm gonna go tell him to go fuck himself. You give me pills. He was like, but what I just say, I'm not gonna take it. So either you fucking give me pills or I'm not even gonna buy it. and they give me pills. I don't know. Just if I don't like the taste of it, I ain't fucking putting it in my body and drinking it.
Cough syrup, the fucking worst.
Definitely
That's
not
like
interested in
that
much
whole egg
medication.
price thing. The left's like, what about egg prices? It's their only meme. We gotta let them have, because the left can't meme, right? They cannot meme. Worth a fuck. The right has the funniest memes, so we'll give them this one thing. Yeah, egg prices are high. Okay, chuckle. I'm fixing to get my coop opened up and start having my own fucking eggs. I'm right on the cusp of that.
Well, I got my land now, so I can. I might be able to put me some chickens out there too. Hell, I might do the same. You'll see me on the side of the road selling eggs pretty soon. I don't give a shit. I sit all across this country, set up in flea market and stuff, selling shit. Yeah, I ain't scared.
$5-6 a dozen. Go $1 cheaper than the nearest grocery market, and they're better eggs for $1 less. You can't beat it. You'll sell out.
Oh yeah, I won't even have to leave the house. All you'd have to probably have to do
Dude,
is
just put
post on,
social media post.
put it in one of groups, the local groups, and
We
they'll
know enough
fucking
people.
wear you out.
Right. Right.
Yeah, just local friends and stuff. But if you just posted like on one of them groups, like like I know each little town's got their little group, whatever. And you post on one of them, them fuckers will hammer you to death, drive you nuts. I found this funny video while you're looking up stuff, Jamie. Unless you got something. I see
Go
you
ahead.
looking.
Go ahead. Yeah, I'm looking at all kind of stuff.
In 2009, old John Kerry said, "By God, we're not supposed to have any Arctic ice."
Dude, come on.
In 5 years, scientists predict we will have the first ice-free Arctic summer. That exposes more ocean to sunlight. Ocean is dark. It consumes more of the heat from the sunlight, which then accelerates the rate of the melting and warming, rather than the ice sheet and the snow that used to reflect it back up into the atmosphere. In 5
It was like in the 70s. They said it was supposed to be an ice age right now. Back in the 70s, the Time magazine had an article in 78, I think it was.
Check this out, bro.
We're supposed to be in an ice age right now.
They're first of all, they're all lying. Okay, I mean, and it's a scare tactic to make money. Check this out. I just looked up Greta Thunberg net worth. They're saying, you look at some of these sites that immediately are like, oh, she's only worth $100,000, and then you realize, no, she's collecting between 78 thou and 107 thou a month from social media revenue, right? Or net worth earnings. Yeah, through social media. Says she's pretty much a paid influencer, and right now she's generating close to 2 mil a year. Or wait, this is right. This one just says she's worth an estimated 2 mil, but the other one says she's pulling in 100K a month. This one says she's worth 18 mil.
So somewhere in the middle there.
Selling
Temple of the
fear.
Hour. Oh yeah, just that's the thing. I mean, we're not supposed to. We're not supposed to listen to like these 19, 20-year-olds are over here investigating the DOGE employees. They're going in here investigating stuff. We're not supposed to listen to them whatsoever because they're 19, 20, but we're supposed to listen to Greta Thunberg when she was 12, 14 years old, because she knew about the environment. And, like, man, get the fuck out of here with this shit. Yeah. I love that video. It's with some of black smoke, like somebody rolling coal on a fucking diesel and shit in front of her or something.
Look, she's grown now, but unfortunately, when she was just a kid, whether she was acting or whether that was real, I think she was indoctrinated, and that was a real passion that she was spewing about. But like, somebody fear mongered her. You know
Mhm.
what I
Right,
mean?
Oh, her
Like,
right,
because
right,
parents
she's
right,
in your
right.
life and she's got money. It's her
her
whole
parents
fucking identity now. It's her whole life. Yeah, it sucks. It's a shitty thing for a kid. I mean, like, okay, cool, you're the climate change girl that most people ridicule and don't take seriously because guess what? It's a farce and it's a grift.
What if
And
she really
sorry,
knew?
kid, that
What if she
well,
really
yeah,
knew
that's that.
that,
That's true.
and it's just all an act?
Exactly. Right. You have to consider that. No doubt. You know, and at some point, was it real? And now the blinds have fallen off, but that's the gravy train. So, you know, at this point, it's like, I'll sell my soul for a little wealth because even though I'm hip to the lie, it puts money in my bank account. So, kind of now, guess what? She could be honest, jump ship, and become a Fox News fucking guest analyst, and she could write a book on becoming awake to the lies of the left. She could make that move and be true to self. You know,
And sell
a lot of
billions.
ifs. Man.
No, maybe not that much.
Yeah, probably do
Hey, I'm
better.
looking at the
She'd
chat.
probably do better if she got a little
Go.
normal, a little conservative.
Yeah. Now I'm looking at the chat. Matt from Temple of the Owl says $18 a dozen for eggs in California right now.
No kidding.
I remember I saw one of the shows I watched. They soon as they crossed over from into California, right there, it went to the price of gas doubled. It went from like 329 to 650. But yeah,
It's
$18
crazy,
a
bro. You know
dozen.
what? That's the that is dude, I mean that's just they're these people are truly taking advantage of situations. You know, that's the taxes, that's the cost to do business in that state. Like California, bro, just they hate their citizen. You know, like
Big fuck
uh,
you to the citizen mentality.
well, this says Kroger eggs are 5.39. I remember when they were like $1.79 for a 12 count. Pasture raised is 5.99. Uh, yeah, you
Mm.
know,
They'll
I'm
they'll go back down once it get some chickens laying eggs. I mean, they'll go down slowly because that they're making too much profit off of them right now
well,
because they got a pretty
Well,
good markup on
while
on
we're
them
on
eggs.
the question,
The department's got the
yes,
most markup is fucking produce. If you ever look at the numbers and uh, a lot of that shit, some of that shit's like 200% markup in produce. They mark us up. Like I used to work at Kroger. I used to be a department head and stuff. So like you turn around and like when they sold those like paper towels and toilet paper, when they had a really good deal on them, a lot of times that was hell. They would lose money on it, but they knew they were going to bring people in. Sometimes it actually would be a negative profit for them, and but they knew it'd bring people in, so they make up it for sure. But yeah, produce had a lot of items in produce are over 200% profit markup because of how much they're keeping it fresh and how much they got to throw away and stuff. Uh, but even dairy, it's way up there. That percentage is up there. It's probably I'm trying to remember. I think it was 24 or 34% then markup. Of course, you got to have some kind of markup because you do have waste and you do throw shit away if it don't sell and it goes out of date. But man, it's amazing what the numbers are, what they actually pay for it, and what they actually selling it for is amazing the difference.
yeah, people
so
think y'all
Wally
are
was
just
asking if we got DOGE checks, won't that hurt us with more inflation? That's a great question. Um, yeah, I don't want to look a gift horse in the mouth, but after learning about billions upon possibly trillions of waste and embezzlement, a $5,000 check doesn't really impress me much. You know what I mean? And it's not to, again, not to look a gift horse in the mouth. The inflation thing is a big concern. The only way to tame inflation is to pull dollars out of what are you, Jamie, shaking your head? What's
That
up, bro?
money
Go ahead,
is
go
already
ahead, my son.
allocated and already spent. The checks just have not been cut. You know what I mean? You with me?
Because the budget,
Because
they
they've
budgeted
stopped
all
it.
this money.
Right. They've
They
already
budgeted all
budgeted
this
it
money,
all. So that money's already
all that,
spent, bro.
and they've already printed that money to make it. They've already the plan was already have these budgets and all this stuff happening, and they printed the money or whatever they had to do get loans to get the money. The money's there no matter what, and so we're going to have. Um, so that's what they want to do 20% to help the people out because we paid all this extra money in and our money been going all over the place. So to make a good deal, something nice for everybody, they're going to give everybody 20%. We all get 20% of what they're saving. Everything else goes into this to pay back the deficit. I know some left leaning, they think they should just put all of it towards the deficit. But I mean, I guarantee they're going to cash their check too. But did you see that
Sure.
ignorant ass woman? She was talking about like, well, what's $5,000 even going to do for anybody? A lot of people in the help a lot of people. Hell, there probably people going to buy a new car or not a new car, or they could buy a new car, put a down payment on one. They could buy a cash one, or
better than nothing.
yeah, it's better than
They're not
600
talking
fucking.
about unburdening. Look, we are under a severe economic tyranny through the form of layer upon layer of taxes, and until that is remedied, and until the Federal Reserve is audited and ceases to print trillions upon trillions, this isn't a fix. Like, so again, it's a gimmick, and it's nice. Thank you for the check, but until those issues are addressed, and unless they're addressed, we're going to continue to have wild Washington spending on our backs. Because let me tell you something, you guys know it, but the reason Washington gets money printed by the private Federal Reserve is because they have a taxpayer base that is their collateral. It's their income receipt that they bring to the bank, reasoning they are worthy of a loan. Well, look, all these slaves I got paying income tax.
Mm-hmm.
So
For sure.
that big. You see what I'm saying? That's how big the fucking problem is Federal Reserve big. So
I hope they do away with the Federal Reserve.
DOGE
I mean,
their sites. Dude, goddamn right, and go back to our government minting the currency, not a private consortium of a collective of banks, which is what's happened since 1913. That's 108 fucking years. They've never been audited.
Listen,
not once.
You want to talk about a wealth tax? Put a sales tax on that shit. Sorry to cut you off, Dave. My God, I'm just thinking. I'm like, why not just talk about taxing the rich? If somebody wants to buy a $20 million yacht, guess what? You got the money to afford that. We're going to tax you now. If you can afford 20, I bet you could afford 40. You want to tax the rich, double their shit. Anybody opposed? All in favor? You know what I mean? Like, come on, man. You want to buy a fucking $100 million building downtown because you're a G. Pay that fucking fare, bro. $20 million home, pay your fare.
I mean, speaking of taxes and stuff, did you see? They're looking at Florida actually doing away with property taxes. So, like,
remember, I said on this program, if I were to ever run for Senate, I would run on that notion that property tax should be canceled. Because here's the deal: people raise their children. They talk about, well, the property tax pays for the schools. Man, fuck them schools. Those schools are throwing my money out the window. Homeschool you. Listen, people, listen. I believe in education.
And gas
Homeschool your
tax.
and a gas tax. Homeschool your children. Okay? Like, my God.
Yeah, 100%. If you can.
I mean, it's sad because you work all your life, and then once you get all the way to the point of retirement, then you still got to, and you get your little Social Security check, but you still got to scrim around and get your tax rate. And if you live in a city, or in which your taxes can go up, or and if you're paying county taxes and city taxes, I mean, that shit could be high, and you're already on a fixed income. Like it for sure, it should be to the point where you should get to a point where your land is paid for, it's yours. You don't pay shit else on it. You're
Absolutely.
done. I mean, I know like one thing, like I know like Mississippi does is actually Mississippi does one thing I like is like once your vehicle gets 25 years old, which you can do
Yeah.
on I like states, you can get antique tags, but Mississippi
Supposed to drive on
don't.
a weekend.
Not Mississippi don't give a shit. Mississippi can drive anywhere you want to all day, every day. Tennessee, you can only drive on weekends or to the part shop, or like if you're going to you got certain restrictions. Tennessee has restrictions, but Mississippi, I asked them straight up and I said, hey, what's the restrictions on this when I bought my dually? And they're like, we don't have restrictions. I was like, now if you drive your truck into another state, you got to follow their rules. I'm like, give me my one-time pay fee. Give me my one-time pay fee for my tag. Give me my antique tag.
Right.
And I haven't paid tags on that truck yet. One time, that's it. I just try to make sure I'll sneak them in Tennessee too. I don't give a damn. I ain't scared.
Look, man, as long as you ain't doing nothing ignorant, you ain't got nothing to worry about. You know what I mean? Cops ain't gonna pull you over and mess with you. I take my Corvette out pretty regularly.
Yeah.
Yeah, they really don't mess with that kind of stuff right there. They got other things to worry about than damn antique tags.
Just run from them. They don't chase you there.
Well, I mean, all you got to say, hey, I'm going to
Parts
a
store.
mechanic shop, parts store. I'm going mechanic.
I've
What are
had
you
a
gonna do?
fart.
Follow
I
you?
just drained the tank.
Look, this is not okay.
Oh yeah, did you see this one, Jamie or Dave? Have y'all seen this? This fucker here kept saying how Biden was okay.
Oh
Now he wrote a
yeah.
book. He said Biden was good and everything was fine. There was nothing wrong with Biden. Now he wrote a book about President Biden decline, his cover up, and his disastrous choice to run again.
Have you seen the movie or the series on Netflix, Dark Hour, with De Niro and whoever this chick is about a dementia president that no longer can be president and steps down, and a woman steps up and runs and wins, and it's a black female, and they set this whole narrative up, and they filmed it like in 2021, like they were expecting her, or they filmed it in 22 maybe.
Yeah, one in Kamala.
Yeah.
I did see that. I never seen it.
Are they gonna bury it now?
I don't know what they're doing with it.
Or did they drop it, Jamie?
I don't know. No, it's on
That'd be
TV.
funny if they scrapped that.
No, it's on TV, my guy.
No, they put it out there. It's on Netflix. I don't have Netflix no more, but
60,000 people that watched it. I bet. De Niro.
Kind of crazy,
I bet
bro.
it's a giant piece of propaganda shit. Oh man, it'd be
Oh,
hard
yeah.
to sit through that, but it might be funny.
He said it might be funny. I don't think it's gonna be.
no.
I don't. I think it's gonna be a propaganda. You know the drill.
Yeah, it'll probably be like fake, dramatic, and lame, and cheesy, and fucking corny. Because that's.
And
how
I'm
it
done with De
comes
Niro.
across.
Like I'm done with that guy. I am no longer.
Probably not
You
gonna
know,
be funny.
like I don't know if I could ever watch Casino again. I hate that guy. So, okay, I'm gonna watch Casino.
I mean, yeah. I mean, his older movies. I mean, it was good movies, but like him as a person is just
You're a horrible
he's
human, bro.
I'm a fucking
speaking of
guy anyway.
speaking of De Niro, you know how they got that Trump impersonator always fucking with him. Have you seen them
Oh, dude,
videos?
yeah, he told him I'll break your fucking neck.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. He ran into fucking the Trump impersonator ran into Alec Baldwin, and yeah, he was fucking threatening him.
Alec, it's your favorite president. Look, Alec, I will offer you a total pardon because I want to be friends, right? I want to be friends. I will give you a total pardon for murdering that woman if you kiss the ring. Kiss the ring, Alec. Kiss the big, beautiful ring. Come on, Alec.
God.
Come on, look at Alec Baldwin, right? He did that impersonation of me. It was not too hot, not too good. But look, we're back in office. You lost. Kamala lost. He's somewhere getting intoxicated. Look at that suitcase. Unbelievable. Well, Alec, you don't want that pardon for murdering that woman in cold blood.
My
You
God.
can call it whatever you want, but it was not good. She's looking down on me right now, smiling, happy. Thank you for confronting the man who took me out, who killed me. And that's okay.
Let me ask you a question.
Sure.
No, you realize, but by
Whoa.
the way, no, look at me. I want you to
Yeah,
look me in the
sure,
eye.
sure.
You got a camera on me here?
The ring. No, it's the ring.
But you realize my kids live in this building, right? But I want you to know something.
We love the children. We're doing great deals for the children.
Real careful.
Okay.
If this camera was here, I'd snap your fucking neck in half and break your fucking neck right so you know that, don't you?
Did he smack
All right,
him,
Alex.
kinda?
Ladies and gentlemen, class act.
Rewind that just a hair. Did he smack him?
Okay.
He
All right,
smacked him on the
Alec
shoulder.
Baldwin. Alec Baldwin.
No.
Okay.
If this camera was here, I'd snap your fucking neck in half.
We love the children. We're doing great deals for the children. Okay.
Yeah, he slaps his shoulder.
Okay.
So he assaults him.
Okay. All right, Alec Baldwin. Alec Baldwin, ladies and gentlemen, class act. Believe me. Believe me. Okay. Oh, he's yelling at me. I'm a citizen of this. I was born and raised in New York City.
He said
I love you, Alec.
afterwards that
Alex,
his wife
look, Alec,
chased
you know
him
what?
down the road.
You don't want to attack your favorite president, Alec. Look, I love you. I love you, Alec. He's got more balls than De Niro, that I can tell you. De Niro ran away. Alec confronted. That's good. He's strong, but also he's weak because he murdered a woman. So that's okay, right? Look at this guy.
That's excellent.
His wife chased him down the fucking road,
That is
yo.
gold. That is gold. Damn, that's wild. She should be ticketed or fined for that. Maybe she should go to jail. I'm not saying she should go to jail.
I mean, is chasing someone a crime? Like,
That's
is that a
that's
thing?
pretty intense. That's like harassment. That's attempted skullduggery. It's some nonsense that shouldn't be tolerated. That's for sure.
Probably not. Probably not.
There's no doubt about that.
Yeah.
That's not cool. That's road rage, bro. I mean, that's wild. You can't do
Man,
that.
did you see the
for
road
real.
rage incident in Memphis this evening? Dude pulled
No.
out an axe and attacked a dude's truck in the middle of traffic.
You never know what you see in Memphis now.
It's like, yay, welcome to Memphis.
Welcome to fucking Memphis. I drive through Memphis and go to this place to get my steel and run the fuck away.
Nuts, bro. Yeah, says police are looking for an axe
Man, I got
man. Go ahead.
God bless America. On dark axe welding men, I want to show another feel good video. I think it's time for a feel good video. It's pretty sweet though. So in context for ones who can't really see it reading, it says in Brazil it is tradition that the first piece of cake goes to the most important person in your life. Now watch this video.
Pedaço. Muito bem, Ian. Primeiro pedaço. Mamãe. Antônio! Ah! Que foi, amor? fico emocionado. Que foi, amor? Amor, olha pra mim. A mamãe também tá chorando. Amor, que foi? Você ficou emocionado? Ai, ele te ama, amiguito. Abraça o irmão, filho. Meu Deus, não poderia ter sido o melhor primeiro pedaço da minha vida. Que lindo, amor. Você ficou emocionado que o irmão escolheu você?
And if you shed a tear, that little video, it's all right. It was sweet. The little kid, the kid was upset. Not
Man, I
upset, but
mean,
he was,
yeah, he's honored, man.
his
His
honored.
brother loves him.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, man.
must be nice when you're little,
Mm-hmm.
because then you get old and you realize you're different people. All right, let's see what we got here. Yeah, man. You know, the no taxes thing passed on tips and overtime, and it seemed like people on one side of the aisle wanted to find a reason to be mad about that.
Only one side of the aisle voted for it.
Isn't that crazy?
How the fuck can you be mad about that? If
Even though they,
mad that ain't more, get rid of more shit. God damn it, we should be rich and not be taxed to hell. If they didn't tax us to shit and back, we would fucking like the quality. I mean, you could live pretty good, but golly, yeah, that's the only thing to be mad about is they haven't gone fast enough. Not that they're uncovering fraud, bitch. They're just. I'm mad. They're slow. I want them to. I want it all done now. I want people in jail. I'm impatient. My fucking problem is
I'm impatient.
they're sticking up for this government. Like, stop cutting off the funds to all these corrupt schemes and grifts. Fucking crazy, man. Boot licking mother. Would you like brown leather or black leather, motherfucker? You boot licking bastard.
I mean, the crazy thing is, if you think back, during the campaign, Kamala took, Trump said about no taxes on the tips, and then Kamala starts saying she's going to have no taxes on the tips. It should have been bipartisan. Then going to run on it, and he ran on it. Hell, the Dems should have voted for it, but they didn't. They didn't want. They don't care about the common people. They have no give a fucks about the common people. They are not the party of the people anymore. They have gone way off to the. There might have been a time back in forever ago, maybe, if you look back, but the Democrat Party right now is not the party of the people. If people open their eyes and look at it, they are not. None of them are. Not saying there's some guys on the other side of the aisle, or there's some crooked son of bitches on the right side of the aisle too, guaranteed. But the Dems are showing right now, the Democrat Party is showing you who they give a fuck about. They don't care about us. Don't care
They don't
about
care
you.
about us at all, bro. And as soon as you realize that,
That's it.
they care about
That's it. That's
themselves.
all
Like
they
I
care
said,
about.
I feel like these people are
Yeah.
millionaires that are mad they're not billionaires. They made it to an executive class, and they're not happy because billionaires have more than them. That, like, I don't get it, bro. I don't get it.
Yeah, like James said, you can get rid of the parties. Let's just have the best person for the job win the office. Don't be left. Don't be running. I mean, I don't see. I kind of with James. Just get rid of all of that shit because like I said, they got evil people on both sides for sure. But I mean, we're seeing it more and more.
Dana White's contender series, Jamie. Don't you watch it too, right, Ricky?
Yeah.
You've seen a few episodes of it.
Yeah.
So they strip away all the fucking. There's no logos and sponsors. There's just this guy versus this guy. We need some like rigorous debate tournaments where there's no fucking. You don't know who the fuck they are. what they all you know is what they say during these rigorous debates. But the interesting piece of history that also is like a problem, and it's we're part of the problem. We the people are part of the problem. Our attention span. It was Abraham Lincoln debating. Fuck, who was he debating? The loser, evidently. But he pauses. He pauses. He pauses the debate after like 3 hours and says, "Hey, everybody, have a lunch, have a good dinner. We're going to come back. We're sorry this is so short-winded and that this is so lame and short." After a 3-hour debate, they broke for lunch, and he was like, "I'm sorry to break so soon. We just have to." So I was like, "Holy fuck, man! 3-hour debate, rigorous debate. We've got a 1 hour minus 22 minutes of commercials." And production for a debate. The whole thing is pageantry, and it's not rigorous, and it's not democratic. It's not what the founders of this republic envisioned, and we're kind of part of the problem with that. We need to be more in these motherfuckers' business.
I think they should be able to, have other people. I was gonna say they should be able to do, more people be able to join these debates when they do. Ever since Ross Perot came up and got such huge numbers back in the '90s, or was it? Yeah, it was '92. Yeah, '92 when Clinton ran and won. But when they turn around and Ross Perot got such good numbers, they turn around. Okay, no, we're not doing that anymore. We're not having an independent up there. Yeah, I'm gonna say the party systems and stuff. Especially right now, it's gotten so out of whack. You got one party swinging way off to one side. It's kind of like
We lose you?
pretty more far left, then you're pretty much pushing everybody into the Republican Party because there's nothing else to go into. I mean, you can have, libertarian and all that, but there's very few of them going to win. And if you're going to, there's some of those that, hell, I kind of liked back in the day, but hell, deep down in your soul, they're not going, there's no chance of them winning. Well, they got 5% of the vote. That's a great win. Ain't a win. They no chance in hell. They weren't able to debate. They weren't able to get up in front of everybody. They didn't let them go through most of the stuff like that. Then there's no point in having the other deals go because nobody's going to know about them. The common average person is not going to know about it unless you are into politics and you start looking into stuff and you're really digging. Most average people, all they know about is Republicans and Democrats, and that's it. They don't even know there's other parties.
This is what kills me. Our founders were some of the youngest men you can imagine, right?
Mm-hmm.
We were founded by young men, and we are now dominated by old men. Like James Monroe was 18, Alexander Hamilton was 21, James Madison was 25, Thomas Jefferson was 33, John Adams was 40. George Washington was 44, and Ben Franklin's old ass was 70. So Grandpa kind of led everybody together, right? And now, like everybody you look at, Pelosi, Mitch McConnell, you know, Feinstein just passed. These people have been in office for 30 and 40 years, man. No.
And some longer. I mean, come on.
We should have a fucking. There should be an honorary council where these people don't have power, but they have a voice. We should revere our elders and heed their wisdom, but we do need rigorous term limits and youth to infuse new life and to prevent the growing of decrepit, corrupt roots through lifetime appointments, essentially. But speaking of appointments, the judge thing is the bigger issue. These judges that are activists and rule from the bench and want to shut down Trump's everything, and just be real activist judges. And Thomas Jefferson said this. He said, and I may have said this before, and I hope I'm not being repetitive, but he said during the leading up to the nation, he was debating Adams, I think it was. No, Hamilton. It was Hamilton. The most liberal founder, Hamilton, right? How the fuck is, I think it was 7. How the fuck is 7 unelected black robe Supreme Court judges? How is that different from an oligarchy? They're going to become a real problem. And the other thing he said would become a real problem was a private bank issuing our currency to us, and not. So the two biggest problems we have are things he saw 250 fucking years ago: the black robe judges and the Federal Reserve private bank. And he hit the nail on the head. But there was a great need to unify and ratify and pass the Constitution and to deal with foreign threats, the Brits namely and others. But there was a need to go ahead and get this all these problems. But he also knew that there's only so much you can do, and so they compromised on those issues. But they're fucking biting us in the ass today.
They're robbing us, bro. The U.S. is literally the U.S. taxpayer is funding the elites' global escapades. That's what your tax money's being used for. Hope you feel good about yourself, America. Crazy.
We're paying for Iraq and
Bro, let me tell you what
all
we're
this
paying
stuff
for.
all
Are
around the
you
world.
aware of the NSA private chat room?
No, that one I don't know.
Stand by, please.
Oh hell, here we go. We're about to jump down in a rabbit hole from hell.
They just fired them all.
Oh yeah, no. I did see that. They were talking sex talk or something. And I seen Tulsi fired all of them. That's
Yep.
what you're talking about.
Yep.
Okay, yeah. I seen a clip on it. I seen a clip before I had to go. JJ's got his pro debut this weekend, so I had to set everything up. Then I had to go to the gym and help him get the extra work in, and then come back. But I did see it between them. Yeah, Tulsi let
They
them
have
all
had
go.
their security clearances revoked. I'm telling you, dude, you've got all these people that are so mentally kind of twisted and they're being taken advantage of. I'm not trying to be mean, I'm not trying to be a dickhead, but when you look at the tactics that were used in the Middle East with ISIS and Al Qaeda, they didn't pull the doctor or the engineer to go out and be a suicide bomber. They found the kid that was off his rocker and they sent him out there to go do something. Often he's not even smart enough to realize what he's doing. He's just being led out there with a bag and on a bike. You know what I mean? They take weak-minded people and they literally mold these people into what they want them to do. They pump their heads full of all kind of, you know, just twisted idea. These people have handlers. I guarantee you, if you look back at every one of those shooters in the schools in the last couple years, every one of those people had handlers. Ricky Pike, I bet you. Bet you.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Bet you.
I wouldn't doubt it. I mean, a lot of them do that terrible stuff. Did you see? Freaking! I seen a video where Ukraine was throwing these mentally handicapped uh, individuals out there on the front lines and like
Yes,
get
they
them
got a bunch
sticks
of
and
kids
shit.
with Down syndrome out there on the fucking front line, bro.
Yeah, with fucking sticks, like thinking they had a fucking gun, but they didn't have. They didn't give them a gun. They just gave them a stick. Like here's your rifle and here's your stick, thinking they even have a rifle.
That dude's a meat magnet, bro.
So they can eliminate.
Like
You know,
a bullet magnet
man,
turned into a
that's
meat shredder. It's like
terrible, man. I like. It's terrible, man. I mean,
I don't know, man.
yeah, it's up bad, nurse. It is. Um, did I say that? I don't even. I won't even share that video. I got it. I don't think I saved it. I was appalled by it though. Really was.
How?
Now here it is. This is poor. Hey, dude in the background is laughing, ha 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 ha, because we know he's about to get fucking whacked.
Во! Що там, малий?
Чергую.
А де твій автомат?
Не дали ще, сказали в бою.
А, чуєш, а то як його? Москалів їбашить будеш?
Москалів.
Come on now.
Bro, I've seen video of these people pulling up to street corners and just scooping guys up and teenagers up off the street, throwing them in the back of the van, you know, and then 3 or 4 days later, these dudes end up on a front line somewhere, you know.
No compassion, no.
Zelensky has made a deal. So this is all done. This is all done, by the way. This is all fixed to be finished. Zelensky's already made a deal. He made the deal like 2 weeks ago, then reneged on it, made the deal again, reneged on it again, and now it's finally been settled. The U.S. is going to get 50% of their mineral rights going forward until our debt is repaid. Trump is sending whomever, Marco Rubio or whoever, to Saudi to go meet with the Russians this week in the next few days. And that's going to be squashed. It's going to be done. Once you get into the root cause of why we were there and you start to, or why they were there and understand why fucking Russia went in, bruh, you know, it's all settled. It's done. Zelensky won't be in power very long.
No, he's talking out his ass over there. I mean, I think he knows his writing is on the wall. It's just a matter of time before Saddam Hussein or, him, and it's coming. Everybody, every big leader that the U.S. has put up and put in power, we took them back down when we got done with them. You look through history, you can look at everywhere in Syria, in all of them. We put people in power down all in South America. We put people in power down there all over the place and took them right back. When we were done using them up, we pulled them right back out and did away. Ex-nade.
They got Saddam'd.
They got Saddam'd.
There it is. You know, like, yeah, I think they have told that dude, hey, bro, here's your option, you know, or we're gonna murk you. Okay. I 100% believe that was the case.
Yeah. Oh, guaranteed.
And he took the deal. You know what I mean? You know what I mean. He took the deal.
Oh yeah. No, he had to. I mean, he's like, well, either you take the deal. Yeah, I had a video where he said that it's a please, we'll pay you back. And then now he's saying it was a grant, but now, like I said, it's done deal now. Which is good. I'll start
So
that
yeah,
yawning
that's
shit now.
oh man, yeah, it's coming up on that 10:30 hour, bro. So the Russia thing is done. We're gonna get pieces of this file drop. And again, I wouldn't get your hopes up on a lot tomorrow. We're going to be given pieces of different things. Like I said, there's some accountability going on. And until all that justice is served, we're not going to know the full story. And we may never know the full story, you know, but I would expect some fireworks to start popping off tomorrow. Hey, pay attention to the top level people over the last couple of weeks that have resigned and stepped down.
Been several.
Didn't the dude from Abercrombie and Finch get jammed up?
It's a lot of people instead. There's a lot of people jumping off in that, sinking ship because they know the hell's breaking loose. Hell, just like DC. Look at all the people trying to sell their fucking house right now in DC. They're all trying to get out of there.
That's a wild map.
Yeah, if you look at the map of DC right now and the housing market, it exploded. Like, and who's going to buy them big ass fucking multi-million-dollar houses and $500,000 houses? And yep, Wally, you're right. The rats desert the ship.
Cash offer on a big man.
Yeah, I got $20.
And then somebody, I make a low offer. Yeah, fuck yeah. You take here's 50,000 for your $1 million mansion. You know,
Yeah.
If no, I mean, these motherfuckers are gonna get debt.
Hell yeah. Now Airbnb that motherfucker. Make some money.
Yeah. I don't know,
DC
man.
is a sweet ass town. We just gotta get shit some train.
Did I lose you? Oh, he froze up. Well, he's back. Broke up there for a second. Well, Ricky Pike, as always, the 10:30 hours here. I got to bounce off this evening. I
All right.
appreciate
You
you
got
having me
shout
as
outs or
usual.
anything?
Man, yeah, listen, man, Danny Barlow is in Las Vegas this weekend. He'll be fighting at the Apex. Big cheers to that guy, man, and I hope that him and his team have a beautiful weekend. We got the fights down in Tupelo, Mississippi this weekend with the SFC. You got Double J on that card, don't you?
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Pro debut.
We
He's
got our
ready.
guy Nick De La Houssaye will be on that card. I'll be down there kicking it with Cage Man and the Wolf Pack from Cleveland, Mississippi, and you, of course.
Yeah.
And then, man, other than that, man, not too much. Just working on getting this business going again, man. Adaptability Home Services, trying to do home care services for elderly, widows, retirees, people that need help around the house and with their daily life. More than anything, we're a company that's going to be more focused towards people with limited mobility and adaptive living situations, people in wheelchairs, people that need to build ramps in their homes and figure out a new way of living in their house. I've got a couple construction companies that I've already signed contracts with that I'm going to be working with that are going to help me do ramps, um, bathroom remodels. If I need to come in and change the height of your countertops, we can do that. So respite care, companion care, dementia care, um, highly trained, licensed, bonded, insured. My goal again my goal is within 3 years to be the highest paid home care service company in Memphis. I found out that these guys, a lot of them top out at $16 an hour. My goal is to get these people up to like 18.50. So that's kind of a sharp goal I'm setting right out the gate. So hopefully we can make that happen, man. Contract position, if you guys are looking for a job in the Memphis area, in the Mid-South, DeSoto County, Tank County, over in Crittenden County in Arkansas, anywhere in the 870, the 662, the 901, the 731. I'm going to be accepting applications and resumes. You can find the link on our contact page on our website. Give it a go. I appreciate you guys. Ricky, and thank you as always for, putting the company out there, man. We ain't getting paid off any of this yet. One day, hopefully, it'll all come around and we can start benefiting off of it, man. And I'm glad you put your little service for your
I mean,
side gig up there.
It's something good for the people.
Heck yeah, man. And what I don't know if I've told y'all this, but kind of what
Here's
made
the
me
number on
want
the screen there. I don't know if you look at the screen.
Yeah. 901-641-8243. Listen, if you're a fucking weirdo, don't call the phone, okay? I don't know. There's a group of people that jumped on the website and immediately found out that my girlfriend is a hottie and she's the one that answers the phone. And oh my God, some weirdos have reached out. Do you not know what we do for a living? We will hunt you down and tie you up with a white belt and make you feel real bad.
We know people.
We know people.
Fucking a bunch of goddamn law
we
enforcement
could throw them.
Anyway, I love you guys, Dave. Good to see you again, Ricky. We appreciate you, brother, and we will see you guys this weekend, man.
Yes, sir. Be good.
Peace in the Middle East.
Nice. Motherfucker calling, creeping on wit. That's crazy, bro. Get the fuck out of here, man. We'll kick your ass.
There's some weird ass people, man.
That's
There's some
funny.
weird ass people out there. They don't surprise me not a bit.
Man, I know. That's funny. That's funny. Well, that's very cool. Comments jumping as always.
You gonna be at a hunger, Dave?
Did we ever get Rumble? Yeah, let's
No. Once I
bit more. We got
a hell of a chat on YouTube. We're all YouTube. Facebook would not go live, wouldn't connect, and then I don't know what happened with that. And then Rumble, I guess it messed up too. I might have messed up when I was getting it ready. I don't know. Yeah, I hope so.
I think they found it.
You know, there's. Like I said, let me see what we got going on. We got 15 on watching right now. So on the YouTube, we got a hell of a chat going. Had to get me another drink.
Very nice.
I'm still having little internet glitches and stuff. I don't know what's going on that. I need to call AT&T and curse them, I think. I spend too much money on fiber to have internet glitches.
Right. Yeah. I need to get it right, especially, yeah. Man,
I got some funny.
nothing makes you madder than the decline in the quality of services. But I don't want to go down that fucking negative. You give me you give me something better than that to think about, huh? What you got?
Yeah.
A good video. All right.
I got a couple band what we talked about earlier. So a couple of Bongino videos I didn't get to show. I was going to show them. Let's see. They're pretty. Like I said, I think he's going to roll some fucking heads. They're going to get some hell.
Yo, it's finna get real. Let's go. Yo, it is about to get really, really real. If you thought it was real, no, it's about to get really real. Dan Bongino, as deputy director of the FBI, Cash Patel, Pam Bondi. I wouldn't want to be the deep state right now. I would not. I ain't committing nobody's crimes. I'm not committing one crime. I'm not. I'm not throwing no can on the ground. I'm not throwing no paper out of my car window. I'm not even gonna pour liquid out of my window while I'm driving, or I'm just not gonna commit any crimes. I wouldn't want to face Dan Bongino, Cash Patel, and Pam Bondi. I don't even want to do it. I'm walking in a straight line. In a straight line. I'm not committing not one crime, not two crimes, not three crimes. I would not want to be on the other side of the table, having to look at Dan Bongino and Cash Patel and Pam Bondi telling me that my ass is about to go down. No, I'm good. But all y'all criminals out there, get ready, bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when cash comes for you? And what you gonna do when Dan Bongino come? What you gonna do when Pam Bondi come for you? Y'all, woo, this is good. I'm so excited. It's going down. I just would not want to be a criminal right now. So if you're thinking about committing crimes, you might want to think again. Okay. They don't play around. Dan Bongino don't play around. Cash Patel ain't. Pam Bondi already, she ain't never played. So I just wouldn't really play around with them. Yeah, don't even test it out. I wouldn't even test it. Don't do it. Grab your popcorn, y'all. It's going down.
It's crazy. Did you see the woman that got on there and was talking about she hadn't paid taxes in 8 years, and she was calling for the assassination of Elon Musk?
Yeah. And
Like,
they said, all right, thank you. Got you on the list. Thanks for
yeah, I'm
bringing it
like,
to our
how
attention.
fucking stupid are you? Like, these people get on TikTok and like, well, we're going to say the stupidest shit ever, and then like, oh my god, they come, something happened. Just a special place of, I don't know, just unfathomable that you're gonna come on, get online and say some of the shit that they do is just absolutely crazy. I got another. Like I said, I don't agree with everything he says, but I know he's a passionate son of a bitch, and I know he ain't gonna play. He is straight fucking.
Folks, they always accuse you of what they're doing. And because they're terrified that their tyranny is not going to continue if Donald Trump wins, they're now doing this simple distraction technique that has appealed to useful idiots for a long time and been used by commies, socialists, Soviets. They've used it forever. They just blame you for exactly what they're doing.
Politico recently spoke with former intelligence officials about how on edge the idea of a second Trump term makes all of them.
Are you freaking kidding me? Are these the same 51 intelligence officers who falsely bullshitted America? These scumbags, every single one of them. You hear me? Absolute scumbags. You don't like the word? Too bad. That's what you are. A bunch of scumbag fuckwads. Fuck you guys. Fuck you guys. 51 of you pieces of shit who told America before an election.
50 former national intelligence folks who said that what he's accusing me of is a Russian plan.
During the campaign season, you want to be able to understand everything that the Russians might do.
This laptop that would have changed the entire course of American history, would have kept the border closed if Trump got reelected, probably wouldn't be a Russian invasion of Ukraine, probably wouldn't have been an October 7th attack either. We'd be living in a different world right now. Because you 51 intelligence scumbags, knowing you were full of shit the whole time, now you dare, you've got the balls to say that Trump could weaponize the spy services? I'm demanding an investigation, Trump wins, into all of these people for a conspiracy to interfere in an election and potentially worse. And Joe Biden is going to be the first target of that investigation. You will never, ever teach these people that deep state lawfare is wrong without exposing them to the same sets of rules they want to impose on us. Someone did steal an election, and Joe Biden was a field general in that war on election integrity. Listen to me. I want an investigation into this conspiracy to steal the 2020 election, and no, we shouldn't let it go. I don't want to hear shit about, oh, it's time to move on. It's not time to move on. Or they'll do it again. It's terrifying. It's frightening. They stole this damn thing. They hid that laptop information. You know it. We know it. I want everyone as either, they better give depositions, and if they committed criminal activity, I want them charged too. The deep state is real. It's members of the media. It's intelligence community members. Here's the key, active and retired. It's bureaucrats within the government.
Mr. Vindman, you testified in your deposition that you did not know the whistleblower.
Ranking member, it's Lieutenant Colonel Vindman, please.
You testified in the deposition that you did not know who the whistleblower was.
Per the advice of my counsel, I've been advised not to answer specific questions about members of the intelligence community.
It is saboteurs inside the Trump administration last time. The deep state is real. The deep state is real.
Tell me, are you worried about this retribution concept playing out?
And that's who they got He was calling for that before he could just even. Now he's got the power to do it.
Right. That's the cool part. I like him more than most. You know, you know. You watch the wonder,
Mhm.
can I trust what this motherfucker is saying to me? And you want to, you want to, and you want to believe that these endeavors will be successful in unrooting the deep state, the state behind government, the controllers. We have a lot of names for them. Granted, not all these globalist elites have elected positions and are directly involved in our politics, but yeah, those 51 intelligence elites that lied about that to influence the 20, plus what Jamie was talking about, the mules that were dumping dozens of ballots at different sites, their phones told on them, their phone, the Dropbox, go back, get some more, do it again. Yeah. And they used 2,000 people across 6 major cities to do this. Um, it's a compelling film. And yeah, I think Dan's right. We shouldn't let it fucking go. We should. That's been my thing this whole time. I'm on bated breath, man. I'm on bated breath watching. I don't have the bandwidth mentally to keep up with the news cycle. But when I hear something big, like they're going to release Epstein documents, and even if it's just the first little taste, that's very promising. That's very encouraging. So I like it. I like Bongino being put as deputy. That's a positive movement too. So um, we'll see. I hope that he does exactly what he said and gets all that. The thing is it just seems like nothing ever happens to these fucking crooks, and that's the part that sucks. Like, I'm not that interested in investigations. I know they're a preliminary to incarcerations, but these motherfuckers need to pay the penalty, and if they don't,
Mhm.
I'll be mad. That's all.
Yeah. I mean, I made a I don't forget where I made a comment or something like, um, I think we're going to, we said it beforehand, like if we don't see something by summertime, we're going to be like, oh shit, here we go again. You know, I think, right now, way that at the rate they're going, truly, by the end of spring, if some heads hadn't been rolled, I don't know, it might be the same bullshit again. I mean, it might be all, a dance and a show in front of us to make it look like, hey, we're doing this, we're doing that, putting this here, and this looks great. Look at this here, we're doing this, and then the whole thing, the same system happens again. And uh, if it does, I'm gonna go back to
That's the
yeah. If it goes back to the way it was, I know deep down I'm gonna go right back to the way I've in the back of my head as I feel is the left wing, right wing, same fucking bird mentality, and they're all fucking crooks and they're all fucking evil son of bitches. And if we don't get some shit happen this year, not 2 years, 3 years, this year, 2025, heads fucking roll. If we don't get it this year, then they're all buddy buddies and they're all together. We don't see it. What I think.
yeah. You know, that little project we spoke about, not the project 2025 with the mRNA AI 48-hour custom cancer vaccine, but the guy Larry Ellison. That deal about the AI surveillance and everybody will be just on their best behavior because they're watched. It's little programs like that. It's like I want to see all this shit rooted out, and I want to see the good guys win. I want to see badass deals being made, and like that's a good deal with Ukraine. You're going to pay us back with your natural resources. We're going to fucking whatever. I know it's the same MO that the United States has used over and over and over again. But at least motherfucking, they're not sending the young kids and the mentally challenged to the front lines, and they're not going to continue to just feed bodies to this bullshit. So that's positive. But um, you know, um, we have high hopes for what Trump's going to do, and we've watched American politics long enough, to be disappointed enough to where we become cynical and disillusioned to a degree, and fully so. So it's show me state original, man. You're gonna have to show me, likely, you know what I mean? That's what we say in Missouri, right? So you're gonna have to show me. I want to see all these corrupt intelligence officials, government officials, all these bribers and schemers, all of these embezzlers, all of these pedophiles and offenders, um, all these conspirators incarcerated, given fucking time, arrested, perp walked in front of us for the world to see and set the tone. This is what happens. Members of the media, maybe, for spreading harmful lies knowingly, maybe. I don't know.
You know,
Ricky, what do we
if
do
they
with
were
the
paid to
social
do it,
media,
you know,
man? Because like, yeah, yeah.
I mean,
Oh,
I don't want to.
no doubt.
I mean, I don't want to be like a, you know, infringement on press and all that. You know, we have the right to free press and all that. But if we have individuals in free press that have been getting bought off and being paid to tell lies to push the agenda, then they need to be gone. They need to go. I mean, you don't. That's not, you know, unbiased free press. That's you getting paid a bunch of fucking money to tell us all a bunch of lies to make us think a certain way that it ain't even fucking true. You know, it's it's
Unfortunately, it's worked so good, the two-party system and the propaganda machine, hand in hand, to where both sides think the other side is completely whack and immoral. Even like we find each other to be immoral. Leftists call us immoral and all, and find things to talk, and we do the same. Right? People that are conservative, they find all these immoralities present on the left and stuff, and yeah, there's no fucking middle ground. There's no fucking middle ground. Bro said in the chat, like, you're throwing your vote away for a third party vote. He's absolutely right. Like, um, and that was the point of my little fucking dream, my little pipe dream. Like, what if you didn't know their background? Like, you just didn't know. The problem is these people just like are coming up through the ranks. You know who they've fought and what team they fought for and how they train, and you know them. So when there's no anonymous politician. These people are groomed for it and brought up in it. Um, it's just gross. The system is just gross and it's broken. You know.
it is.
Now we got this hope that is Donald Trump, and we think Trump was this renegade that went outside of the system, did stay with the conservative party, and use that manifold or use that medium to find success. But our idea is that he went outside the system, and that's why even rhinos don't like him, false conservatives and establishment players. Um, but it's one of those things where the jury is
Neocons.
still out. We're kind of still watching how this 4 years is going to go. Uh, Neocons, exactly, which includes Hillary Clinton and right, lots of liberals are also neocons at heart because they love war. So,
Mm-hmm.
what does the warscape look like right now, Ricky? What's the world stage look like on that? I mean, any aggressions to be concerned about? Any movements? I haven't really been following.
I mean, right now, I think the same. This is the same old right now. I mean, the ones we've had. You know, they're trying to do peace talks, and for Palestine and Israel, but truly, I don't see that happening because neither one of the sides want to buckle on what they want. Israel wants to ship all the Palestinians away, and Palestine just wants a place that says it's theirs and on that same land. and Israel says that'll never happen. So it's, we're in an impasse right here, and it's just more and more bloodshed and devastation. I mean, it's um, and I don't agree. I don't agree with us going over there and putting our hand in the middle of that mess either. What Trump was talking about. I mean, I don't know. It just don't seem something don't seem right on that. He talking about going over there and uh, taking over the Gaza Strip and cleaning it up, and then uh, and making it safe. But then who gets to come back? Yeah, well, are they going to turn it into a fucking resort? You know, um, I don't know. There's some.
Would be beachside.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's one of the ones is like that gut feeling goes, that don't seem right. It's I don't know. I don't see that one going good.
So those are the two
Ukraine and
hot
Russia,
Ukraine,
you know, Ukraine and Russia. Russia wants. I think the war's going. If Ukraine actually lets go, if they have an election and they get Zelensky out there, I think the war will be over pretty damn quick. Now, Ukraine is probably going to lose some of their ground, some of their land, um, which that's back to a lot of the things that happened back from the beginning of the war was there's Russians in Ukraine, actual Russian people, and then turn around and they were being treated badly, and then they turn around and then with the NATO situation, and that's it's just a volatile situation there, and then Russia's like, hey, you're not having NATO right here beside my door. Yeah, a resort and a golf course on the Mediterranean.
we fucking we Victoria Nuland 12, 15 years ago was party to an American mission to overthrow a Ukrainian president who was friendly to Russia, and we overthrew him. It was a coup d'etat, and
Mm-hmm.
we installed a Western friendly, i.e., United States friendly leader, and uh, we've owned that leadership since then, and it's become a place where American politicians and others wash money and do things they couldn't do in other places. That seems to be the appearance. You could go, for example, go work on an oil board there if you were a president's son. You wouldn't have to have experience necessarily to draw a check. And this is the type of shit we're talking about. So
Yeah, and
we overthrew that leader,
all
but
the
that's an
labs and
act of
stuff they got over
aggression.
there.
China, the labs. Imagine if China overthrew Justin Trudeau. Well, hold on. Let's pretend Trudeau is cool. He's not, but let's pretend he was. They
Yeah.
overthrow him and install somebody who's cooler than him. We feel like that's fucked up, China. That's almost it's borderline warlike action. That's you're doing some. You just performed a coup on our neighbor. That's aggression. So that's what we did to Russia in Ukraine. Not to mention that Ukraine is it used to be part of Russia, and in fact, that beautiful land of Ukraine is so sought after and has access to the sea right there. It's the reason it's the turmoil is because of its history, and it is the founding of the Rus people. It is the original holy Mecca land of Russia, and it used to be Russia's. And when you learn that 30-40% of Ukrainians are Russian-speaking people who are um, oppressed or at least shown prejudice against, right? There's this bitter divide there. So, man, and this is the thing, like they're always on this anti-Russia propaganda, like Putin is terrible. He might not be the best, you know what I mean? But at least he's not this assless chaps wearing dick beating piano playing ostensibly homosexual, to use Tucker Carlson's words. That is Vladimir Zelensky, this guy who we've been asked to idolize, whom they compared to Churchill. This guy who is just a grifter and a fucking a total puppet it's disgusting. But anyway, I'm not. I mean, the whole time I'm like, dude, Ukraine needs to drop it off, give it up, give Russia whatever the fuck they need, expose it all, any corruption that's gone over. What did Biden say? He went over there and told the guy, "You fire the prosecutor, you're not getting the fucking American funding." And son of a bitch, you fired him. You know, Biden bragged about quid pro quo threatening this foreign nation to do a thing he wanted to do, namely drop an investigation into Burisma Gas Company that Hunter worked for. So, dude,
Well, he got to take care of Hunter now. That's his baby boy.
he did. He did take care of Hunter. He did. He covered him. I guess that's going to hold up. I don't know. I guess Trump's not going to challenge a blanket pardon, but and I'm not me personally. I don't fuck about Hunter. I don't care about him smoking. Now the shit he did possibly with underage prostitutes, that's pretty foul. I think he should get some prison time for that. But just smoking crack and that other bullshit don't relate to me. That was always a distraction. But if he's been to Epstein Island, that's a different thing. But Hunter's never been the fucking problem. He was always what they gave us. I feel like he was somewhat their sacrifice. Like, oh, pay attention to Hunter Biden, and it's the tip of the iceberg, so to speak. There's all this other much deeper and wider and vast corruption.
Oh yeah, he was just a pawn in the whole thing. Yeah, I think a thing they need to look into is the wife. You need to look into Jill and I know what she has done. I think especially with Joe's mental state going down and everything else, like she's very, and she was got in front of running the show for a little bit there. It seemed like last year you was seeing her all over the place. It was kind of like that's the one you need to kind of look at, and his son, Bo, that died. Like if you look at some of the charities and stuff, and he was looking into trying to stop people hurting like children and stuff, and he was the one that died. It was kind of like
that's right.
He might have got too close to something that he didn't need to, or
his own family.
Yeah.
Well, you look at
It'll be the first time.
Installed. I mean, Biden was decrepit and half senile from his basement, and they stole an election and installed him. During this time, his daughter leaves a diary in a rehab that says, "Daddy used to shower with me and it fucked me up sexually, and I'm now a big whore because of it." That's what his daughter wrote. Like, Joe Biden's a destroyer. But the bigger question now becomes, who was handling him during these 4 years of bumbling idiocy? And then the question grows when we hear that there may have been multiple Bidens. You see images that, unless I don't know how to go about debunking a deep fake, but I've seen lots of different images where he looks like different people were him, different energy levels. You hear Tucker say that the inside
Different heights.
Secret Services, they dump them up, and if they somewhat cognizant, they stick a camera on them. And that's, but we just experienced 4 years of a bizarre White House, and I'm not ready to drop that either, especially when it was a stolen election. Like, we could be living in a different world. That's right, Dan Bongino. We should be living in a different world. But
I seen a thing talking about like Biden answered 100 and something questions in his first month. Trump has answered over 1,000 questions in his first month. They kept it secret. There was a bunch of even left pundits were even saying, how like you all the Biden administration and all of that everything was in secret. Love it or hate it. One thing about the Trump, what they're doing, they're up front and open. I mean, Elon's posting on Twitter every day. You got you got what you call it. She's coming out every day and talking about what's going on and what they're doing. And I mean, she don't play one so damn bit. I got a funny video for that. Speaking of her, but they're not. It's very much more open, and you kind of see. It's kind of like it makes me wondering, like, okay, is they're showing us all this? My brain's still in the background. Okay, what are they still not showing us? They showing us all this other shit. What is still not being shown? I still have my doubts, as I always, I'm always asking questions. So, but if they're not, that's great. They're showing us, everything going on. And I think it's about fucking time. I mean, it's, and I think that's what messing with a lot of people. They're like, oh my God, they're doing this and this and this. Hey, we were talking about the IRS and stuff. Hell, Joe Biden let a whole bunch of people go in there and have access to the IRS files, and they didn't have no damn clearances and none of that kind of shit. Let's see. I mean, I find it. Like I said, I had so many different things saved today. It was so much crazy stuff going on. See if I can find it. Yeah, I want to get to him. Asking the 5 questions. I don't know what I did with it. I don't know what I did with it. But yeah, it's. I thought I could find it, but I guess I can't. Flash. Dave's Waffle House still hanging in with us. Let's see. He said it was 2:30 when we started, so it's 11.
So it's
2.5 hours. So yeah, it's like 5 o'clock in the UK.
Hey, the sun's
I'm gonna shout out the chat right now. We have. He's in UK. We got Dawes. He's from Australia now. We got Kramos from Chile in our chat, and then people from all over the United States and Canada, and we are literally worldwide on our chat tonight. It is awesome.
That's killer, man. That's super cool. That's super cool.
Yeah.
Big shout out to the chat.
Oh yeah. Dave said almost 5:09 a.m. Yeah. It's time to get up now, Dave. Good God. Here's that. I'll show this. I'm looking for something else, and I found this. What I was just talking about. 141 questions Biden answered in his first month. Trump did 1,009. Things out, kind of out in the open. This one's pretty fun. This is the video on
Right, let's get this over with. First question, Robert, hit me. What you got? Caroline, do you have any comment on President Trump's recent profanity? Yeah, it's fucking awesome. I just don't understand how you can say that. What? Shut the fuck up. The last administration was too polite to say this to you fucks, but quit acting like a bunch of bitches. Mark, it's that time of the month for me, man. I'm not in the fucking mood. You in the front, hit me. Caroline, your husband's over twice your age. Any comment on that? Yeah, I'll comment. I'm happily married and I love older men. Gary, your hairline's been receding since you were 6 years old. Any comment on that? Caroline! Didn't fucking think so. Hey, how about this? Instead of asking about my husband's age, why don't you do your fucking job and ask questions that Americans will benefit from? Jerry, I swear to God, you keep crying like a little bitch while the ICE come to your house and deport your poodle. Don't think I won't fucking do it. Like, I don't understand. Peter, you're barking up the wrong tree. You're 46 with back problems. I'm 27 with a black belt in jiu-jitsu. Really? I will beat the shit out of you so bad your wife will leave you for Roger. Don't fuck with me. As you can tell, there's a new sheriff in town. So nut up, bring your A game, and start asking better questions. And Peter, what? Dude, stop with the fucking bow tie. What? You look like a pedophile. That's all the time I got for you fucks. I'm out.
Crown. Fucking golden. That's all.
It's about how it is, man. It's
fucking around.
she
I love it, man.
She don't fuck around whatsoever.
She got a mouthpiece on her, boy. Yeah.
Oh, she's not scared. It's straight up, like, hey. What else I got on here? I had a thing about Haiti. Well, we talked about Haiti on the show a bunch of times before. It said that USA supposedly spent $4.4 billion in Haiti, but they built 6 homes. Haitian companies got 2%. You remember they had all them people. Good night, Bad Nurse. Appreciate you for pop. Yeah, the only thing they ever fucking rebuilt was a tourist section. That's why Haiti is in the state it is right now, because we left it destroyed. We all them money and all them celebrities were raising money for Haiti and stuff, and it was just a good way to make money.
You know what would be really, really cool? They're gonna give us 20% through these checks. That's cool, man. Some people will really benefit from that. They should do another 20% and actually do a project, one of these projects, whether it be Haiti. We always talk about nation building. Man, if just once somebody would oversee a righteous, shepherding of funds to fucking make a big change somewhere, that'd be cool. That'd be really cool. But most of the time, what you see is all this money go to something, and then you look at what's there. Like, what did you do? And you stole the money. Fuck, dude. It's just, I don't know, man. It numbs the brain.
It does for sure.
I imagine we'll see some of that out of this administration. They can
I
walk
hope.
and chew them at the same time. I mean, yeah, right. And hope. That's me. Exactly right. Smoking that hopium. I do,
Always,
brother.
man. I mean,
Man, I hope so. I hope we. Well, what's the point if not? That's the thing, man. If you can't enjoy life, and if we don't have hope, and we don't have that's then fuck. And what's it worth? So we got to keep up the good fight. We got to keep the candle burning, and fuck, man, we can't give up. We've come too far, and we're definitely
yeah, we got to
in
look
exciting
positive
times. So it's it's not too hard to stay awake.
for sure. I mean, we got to stay positive and look forward and look. If you look totally in gloom and doom and woe is me, I mean, the only thing that helps is you get on medication and you get on antidepressants and or you get in a or you become an alcoholic or some kind of something you're going to have to do something to kind of cope with that situation you're having. So I mean, you can be real. I believe you can be real and be honest, but you still need to have a positive, at least a look positive out. Like, hey, look, things are going to get a little bit better. Because not just like gloom and doom all the time. That's why we show funny videos in here. Like we get kind of serious, and I'll throw a funny video in there because I mean it can't be all gloom and doom all the time because your mind will turn to mush and then you just get angry, and that's you just get angry. Nothing really good happens then, You got to I'll preach that to the day I die is, kind of yin and yang. You just got to have some balance, some harmony. Hey, you got some, you got to have some fire to you and keep stuff to, like we talked about on here. And like, we want to keep Trump to the coals. Like, did you hear, like they did the other day when Trump turned around and, he said something about here's the president of Pfizer or something like that. He was and people were started booing him. Like they're in the crowd right there was booing him like right away. Like, it's keeping that fire on them. Like, hey, look, fuck them motherfuckers. They already, you got news media here like sponsored by you see it all the time. CNN or CBS sponsored by Pfizer. Of course they're going to be sitting there saying, "Hey, this is great and this is what you need to do," because who is fucking paying them? And it shows it around their screen. Like, how naive do you have to be to not look at that and say, "Hey, look, it shows right there who it is, who is paying them millions of dollars to say this is great stuff." It shows around the screen. Look who the sponsors are. Fucking NASCAR. I think they're
Yeah, yeah, they're like sponsored just like the NASCAR drivers, right? Yeah, they just shill for these sons of bitches blatantly, right? Just so blatantly. Brought to you by Pfizer. And, it takes all of us. Get vaccinated. The propaganda, man. Where's that meme floating around that says, "Hey, congratulations. If you're unvaccinated, you withstood $20 billion worth of propaganda," which is what I think
yeah.
fucking all that was.
Eh,
Yeah. Wow, just. But,
You withstand that. You withstood all the people looking crazy at you, talking shit to you on like social media. You had, people's, about to lose their job. I told my boss straight up, I was like, "You better start looking for somebody else. You're about to lose this whole crew right here." And he started. I mean, you saw the fear in his face when he realized, like, and when the president of the company came down to where I used to work. So I ain't gonna. Well, I ain't gonna put nothing out there of who I work for, or whatever. But if you know me personally, you know who I work for. But I mean, I had the president of the company come out there, and he said, "Well, we need to talk about, uh, what did he say? We need to talk about vaccines." And he's like, "Well, we talk about it all the time. We talk about not getting it." And he just kind of like, and like we went into him. They kind of had a love-hate relationship with me because like when I told them blunt, and I told them straight up, like, "Hey, look, and sometimes it was good, and they understood, and they appreciate it, and then sometimes they really didn't like me being as blunt as I was to them." And I'm like, if a situation with a plan or a job or whatever was effed up, I'd straight up tell them, "This is fucked up." I said, "You're fucking up," and I explained why. I said, "If you still want me to do it, I'll do it. But this is why it is fucked up and it's not going to work. And when it fucking blows up, it's going to be on you." And then like sometimes we had to let it blow up and see. And I'm like, "I told you, motherfuckers." And I would do it. I'd be like, "I told you." And they kind of like frown at me, and I'm like, "It is what it is." I mean, and other times they had the company got. I'll tell this story. A company got bought out by another big company, and they had the president of that company come down. And he was like, "Yeah, we're going to do this, and we're going to do 10 times as much business." I said, "Well, you looking at buying some more companies? Because this motherfucker ain't going to do that." And he just kind of, and the president of the company that I worked at, and then the owner that just bought that one, and owns all kinds of shit, multi-billion-dollar. He just kind of sit back and he's like, "Yeah, we're looking at other companies." I'm like, "Yeah." He kind of caught his head a little bit at me. I'm like, "Give a shit. You a man just like I am. I put my pants on the same way. I'm gonna tell you that I'm just be honest with you. This company here will not make what you said that you decided you want to make in this area. It will not. It'll never will. So what else are you trying to do, and what else are you trying to buy to help you get to that point?" And they the questions. I don't give a shit, and I never have. I've always just the way I've always been my whole damn life. I don't care if you're a preacher or a president or what the hell. If I got questions of what you're doing, I'm gonna ask the questions. It's just how I'm wired. If you don't like it, oh well, that's on you. I'm still gonna ask them, no matter what.
Sorry about it. That's right. You'll be strong. Yeah, I'm right.
Yep, exactly. He'll be strong for sure. Oh, I was thinking about we show this, but no, we didn't show this. Check this fucking creepy thing out. I seen this showed it. I showed a shared a thing for and then minds, and then we turn around and somebody else shared this creepy son of a gun. Check this thing out. See what they're trying to put AI into. Fucking things that look like this. Talking about fuel for fucking nightmares. And that's the site that's the company that's doing it. Muscular Skeletor Superintelligent Nightmare Fuel.
So they
Here's
just
the little video.
Oh, dude, that's. Ugh.
And then this is the video I sit there and shared in the group in the Discord on Troubled Minds. A robot over here trying to attack people. AI robot malfunctions. Yeah, that shit's getting. I bet it is scary. I bet it is scary saying that in the car speakers. I turned it down a little bit.
Yeah, that gray thing though, that's a freaky looking motherfucker.
Yeah, that's no, that's scary as hell looking. Yeah, James said, yeah, it's fine. Everything's fine. Don't worry. You know, and they're already in AI to another levels and got the quantum computing and somebody else just come out with another damn state of the art chip. I mean, all of it's just the technology and power is just exponentially growing to the point they start putting AI and shit like that. It's kind of like is what kind of AI do we get? We get Westworld or we get Terminator.
Yeah, that's right. That's exactly right. Who taught this AI?
Or the Matrix. I mean, where they actually fucking turn around and take over and start making us for energy because our body makes a lot of energy. I just had a video on that. Actually, one of my shorts came out was talking about. Was talking about how much energy your body actually produces. Like, it's pretty amazing the wattage you actually produce. So,
you know what?
It actually made it the potential like the Matrix actually being real.
Battery. So if you were fed a nutrient solution, but your brain was cut off, factoid I remember is that your brain consumes like some huge number. It was either like 70 or 80%. Your caloric intake goes to powering your fucking brain, not your body, your muscles. Your brain takes 3 out of 4. You see what I'm saying? 75% of your energy goes to your brain. So you could make a person's body send that energy to another place, brain dead them, and they just suspend them in a nutrient solution, you know what I mean, with an air tube, and make them into a battery. And you see that crap in Hollywood movies, whether it's Guardians of the Galaxy, whether it's a vampire film, where they're like Blade, or where they're human farming and blood farming and stuff like that. But I don't.
Yeah, I was
know
gonna
if
say
the
Blade 2. They
dystopian
were human farms.
post-human. Right. So, yeah, that post-human future is gross to me. I don't really like much of it, and I love movies like that. They interest me, but I don't want to see that in reality. I don't think that's a model for our society.
I, I think this. It seemed like some want that. Like it's like they put out shows, just like we were talking about earlier with that TV show about the, you know, it looked like it was exactly what was going on in the world until Trump won. With the president couldn't run again, and they put a black woman in to run in his place and all that kind of stuff, and she won, and that Netflix show, whatever, it's yeah. I think I say this on the show all the time. I think they for sure they show us what they really want or what's going on, and the more you look into that, I've said a bunch of times, like, the Iron Man with the Mandarin and stuff like that. We find out later. I mean, we know deep down in our souls, with Bin Laden was a CIA plant and all that. Uh, we trained him, so he was just like the Mandarin. When the Mandarin was sitting there talking, all that, we're going to do this, and it looked just like the videos that the Bin Laden put out when he watched the Iron Man movie. And then he turned around in Iron Man 3. If you watch Iron Man 3, if you watch all the videos and stuff, it looks like Bin Laden videos. And then you turn around and get to the end, he's an actor. I'm just a British actor. And it's the other guy in the background. It was actually the evil motherfucker that was doing all this shit. I'm like, truly, it's just showing it. Hey, that's it. They're showing us that it's what they're doing through the movies and laughing about when they do it.
Yeah.
I don't know. It hurts me though in a way because I like watching movies. I got a shitload of DVDs in there. I love watching movies, especially comedies and like old martial art movies and all kind of shit. But then it's like you look at it like now, like in my mindset is like, man, like when I watch a movie, is like, okay, is there any other alternative meaning in this movie? Why is this going on? And so I don't enjoy the movie, as much. Especially like, like I don't watch the Iron Man, that one there. I don't watch. I'm like, man, that's bullshit, or stuff like that. I mean, I watch like old movies. Like I watched the Blue Brothers the other day. That was cool to watch it. Or Big Trouble in Little China. Shit like that. Where I don't think it's I don't think that's got the. I don't think those movies have anything to do with what's going on in the world. You know, in a geopolitical era. Oh, Kramos is
And that's where
dropping
we can go for a little bit of just nice
some knowledge over
leisurely
here.
fun, man. For sure, the old movies. Oh, nice, man. I dig that. I'll have to.
I was like, yeah, check out the chat. If you're not if you're listening in the background, check out the chat. Kramos is dropping some knowledge on us. Kramos is a very intelligent man there. So what else he got going on? What else he put on there, Kramos? And James said, I don't have a mechanical body.
Kramos, man, dropping the
He's like,
bombs.
for sure,
Salcedo
books,
in the
comic
ministry,
books. I
repping
mean,
the
everything
street
they've been
art.
using it.
Yeah. Notably with the Bereshit. It's crazy.
I think
Bereshit is the first. That's the first word in the fucking Bible. In the beginning, that phrase is in the Hebrew Bereshit. I happen to just know that weird thing. So Bereshit Star Project, that literally means Genesis or in the beginning. That's what that. And then the Bereshit
Oh,
lunar
shit.
lander mission. Eek. That's something to pay attention to. And then, of course, you got to watch these projects, man. And these motherfuckers now, there'll be some weird shit. I don't know, Project Stargate. I don't know, man. I mean, it's cool to build shit, everything, but
I mean,
don't know.
yeah, I mean, we talked about that Stargate. You know, they're talking about.
Ian Carroll said it.
Yeah, you were looking at, you know, actually another Stargate. You know, the Project Stargate or the Stargate, whatever they're putting out now. It's crazy that, you know, to think the possibilities of what they're even attempting to do. That was a good question.
So Project Stargate
I mean,
is that mRNA AI vaccine for cancer, right? That's this project. So, but they named it Project Stargate.
Yeah,
When
yeah,
we
yeah.
think of
Well,
Stargate, we're thinking portals and stuff and
you
stuff
look
like.
it
So
back in
why
the
did
old
they
time.
name it that? That's an interesting name they gave this thing.
I don't know. I mean, it makes you work. I mean, but also if you look at Project Stargate, you look back into like the 70s, they had, um, they were doing remote viewing and psychic phenomena, you know, for, you know, like they did the movie, you know, I'm talking, what was it? Talking to Sheep or whatever the hell, I forget the name of the movie, but, um, Men Who Talk to Goats.
Talking
That's
to
it.
goats, was it?
And yeah, you turn around and, you know, but if you turn around and, you know, they were doing that. It's like, that's what makes me curious on that, you know, and then you turn around and you got Stargate, you know, you get the old Stargate movies and stuff, which was a portal. And then now you got this right here using the AI, you know, like we talked about before on the, you know, using AI to make our own DNA vaccines and you know, it's
Weird.
yeah, some scary stuff right there, you know, or like, yeah, like they could, all the names they could have said it or what they're calling it. There's so many things they could have called it. Why does this name resonate to them to a point that they want to say it? You know, it makes you go things that make you go in the world.
They make you go home. Yep, that's right.
And we got a good crowd now. I appreciate y'all staying up, staying with us, the chat, and I was telling my daughter, and her, one of the things I like about doing this is like the chat and everything. Everybody is such a good, like everybody talks and adds extra content to what our discussion, and that's what, you know. I do enjoy that part. You know, it's nice to get on here and speak our mind and then camaraderie between Dave, myself, and Jamie. We balance off each other really well and talk and on points, and but you know that chat adds that cool dynamic, and especially when it's worldwide, it's kind of pretty cool.
Yeah, that is lively, man. It makes it it's a lot of fun. It's my favorite feature or aspect of the show, probably. It's always popping.
Oh yeah, I hate we couldn't do Rumble. So if you come over from Rumble, I apologize to Rumble listeners if they. I'll put this on Rumble so people can watch it, but it ain't the same as going live. But I don't know what happened today. I don't know. Maybe I crossed the key up with the other, or I don't know. Stuff happens. Technology is hard, as James likes to say. But at least we got this one working. YouTube works, so I think we're. It says we're, like I said, it says we're on there, but it's not. Got somebody on Twitch watching. That's cool. Yeah, we're live on Twitch. We're live on Kick. We're live on I forget what the other one I got. Plus, it's supposed to be Rumble, YouTube, and Facebook, but we just got YouTube and Twitter.
Ironic.
We're live on Twitter. So try to see if I had something else kind of cool video show. Yeah, tech issues happen all the time, James, for sure. It happens. Stuff happens. We work through it and have fun with it, and we make it work. Oh, Lavelle, he's one of my. I love his damn comedy, but
Yeah. They disrespected all of us because the thing about Barack, they called him a nigga every time, the nigga president, the nigga president, the nigga president, and I was highly upset at that. I mean, I was highly upset that they kept calling him a nigga because the whole time he was never a nigga. He never did anything nigga-like. I know a lot of y'all clapping out of pride, but I ain't clapping out of pride because it pissed me the fuck off. Because he didn't do shit I did, you know. He never fingered Michelle, never cooked no barbecue in the yard. He had a pussy-ass, punk-ass dog. He had no pit or Rottweiler. He didn't do shit. He played basketball, he smoked. But one nigga, if we showed you smoking weed, why you ain't roll a blunt while you were doing a press conference? One motherfucking nigga thing would have made me feel like you was a nigga. But I was really pissed off with America calling him a nigga because he was never a motherfucking nigga. I'll tell you that right now. He was never a nigga I know. Never a nigga. When he walked in that office, I know. Hugging his wife, holding her fucking hand. They always in each other's eyes and shit. That is not nigga things. But God heard our prayers. God heard our prayer. Thank you, Jesus. Because now we have a real nigga in office. Donald Trump is the realest nigga I ever seen in my motherfucking life. You can get mad if you want to. He don't look black. Yeah, he the new kind of nigga. We got burnt almond. We got light skin. We got dark skin. We got purple up in this motherfucking. Now we got a new kind of nigga. A tangerine nigga. Donald Trump is the realest nigga in the game. Him and his wife fought at the inauguration, nigga. He turned around and said, bitch, get your act together. Turn back around. Did this motherfucker just check her ass? The day he won? That's nigga shit. They fight walking off Air Force One. She walking off, go, nigga, ain't touching your hand, go. Be down there, DT, leave me the fuck alone. Now look at that. No, that's stupid ass. Always acting stupid. I don't know what the fuck to say. Donald Trump is a real nigga. He was at a press conference in a foreign country, pushed a prime minister out the way. Move, bitch. What? Nigga, fuck your bitch ass up on this camera. If he ain't no nigga, I don't know what the fuck y'all looking at. Oh, Donald Trump a real nigga. And this made me say, damn. If he ain't a real nigga by this, he won with real nigga shit. Here we go there. I'm looking to take care of the country and blah, 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 blah. I'm turning around saying, yeah, I grab a pussy from time to time.
Fucking Lavelle.
That's fucking hilarious. Oh my god.
I see that pop up.
He's a
I had to
weirdo,
I had
man.
to save it.
Motherfucker. That's
He,
funny. You got a bunch of baby mamas and shit.
yeah, he
You're
got
always
baby
trying to rob
mamas.
them.
He's a felon now. Hell, he's all kinds of shit.
Street.
He got street cred.
That's funny.
Mm-mm-mm. Uh, oh, sorry, man. Over here yawning on you, everybody. Man, yeah, we got. Hey, I fell off at one point, so we got 3 hours. 3 hours in. Might try to call it here. Dave, you got any shout outs, my friend?
Nice. I want to shout out to I'll repeat a shout out. Jamie, you, myself, we're all colleagues of, supporters of, fans of, friends of Danny Barlow. He's going to be fighting his third UFC fight. Of course, he won on the Contender Series. He has won 2 fights in the UFC since then. This will be his 4th fight in the UFC if you count the Contender Series. Won all of them. So we're real excited to see him. He's on a fight night, so it'll be free. It's not a pay-per-view. You can watch it for free. I know we're going to be trying to have a little shindig over here, watch that fight. We're also going to be watching and paying attention to what's going on in Tupelo. Hopefully there's a live stream. Maybe one of you guys, Jamie or yourself, can shoot me a link or something if you bump into the tech guy down there or something, or figure out. We'd love to
Get your live
watch
stream.
that and see JJ's debut in pro. I mean, got
Yeah, he's.
Fred, last name Brown. Fred. Those two guys. So we got a guy with his second amateur and a guy with his second or is it third professional fight. So anyway, those fucking guys are very hungry right now, very hangry. This deep stage of the weight cut, I'm sure. So anyway, they're a couple days away from the SFC. So how's JJ feeling, man? Weight cut been brutal, or is he doing pretty good? How's he feeling?
He's doing good. He's doing good. He does. We've been doing a thing where he'll do 2 sauna sessions. We'll do Thursday and Friday, kind of. So he'll cut about part of it on tomorrow, and then he'll cut the rest on Friday. So it ain't all one day just being destroyed. So we've tried that before. It don't work as well.
That's nice. Yeah.
Learning.
Well, it's such a detriment, right? Yeah. Well, shout out to JJ. Shout out to Fred and Dylan and anybody else that we know. I haven't seen the card. There's probably more guys on the card that I know and support, but so all these warriors, man, fighting everywhere from the UFC in fucking Vegas all the way to Tupelo, Mississippi at the Furniture Mart at the Pro-Am regional level. Man, shout out to these gladiators in the MMA community and the MMA world. That's my shout out this evening, Ricky, just to those guys and for keeping the sport alive and pouring their passion into this great sport.
Oh, for sure. Tupelo, the home, the birthplace of the Elvis Presley, the king of rock and roll, baby. But yeah, it's going to be for sure. JJ, he's one of the hardest working individuals I know. I swear I could give him a workout if I wanted to, and he would just like, oh, we could, and he would just turn it up 3 times, just turn it up to the intensity and the uh, he just he pushes himself and he pushes all his team be, and it's good to have. He's a good, team leader for sure in the gym, and so uh, it's good to have. I see Matt's house. He wants to build a sweat lodge. I won't build a sauna. I got a bunch of cedar trees and stuff. I might be able to see if maybe I'll cut some of them, and I don't know if I have enough or not. Nah, I want to have a sauna. That way we can like people need to cut weight from my gym. We can just come to my sauna. We don't have to worry about messing with nobody else, kind of deal. Uh,
Nice. I got some.
be
I
a-
got some too, Rick. And I know I got them all scoped out. So if you want to go ahead with that, I'll even donate a fat log if you get the chainsaw to rip the planks, to rip the boards. Yeah, that'll be cool.
Hell yeah.
That'll be real cool.
Yeah, I got to get me a bigger chainsaw. I got a couple smaller ones. I got to get a bigger one to actually do it. But yeah, I cut down a big old cedar tree today. It That thing scared me. It come down and one of the limbs was the only thing holding it up, and I'm like, I didn't want to hang there. I was like afraid, like maybe the neighborhood kids or something. So I wish I had my GoPro with me. I wish the battery died on me though. I wish I could have videoed it because I hooked my I hooked the strap around the damn tree and hooked it to the back of my truck and raw just fucking ripped that fucking tree. It was hilarious sounding. It was sound like bombs going off because the cedar limbs were just popping, pop, pop. And I was dragging that fucking tree down. I drove it down the road. Little fucking Dakota, V6 Dakota. Just put in 4 low and gave her fucking hell. I don't give a shit. That little truck. Uh, my brother's like, that truck should have died before now. I'm like, oh, it's still going. Um, man, I want to, like I said, I was saying earlier, man, I want to shout out the chat, man, because the chat, you know, they go around, they go up to like, I I get on a lot of different other live streams and stuff like that, and there's lots of groups of guys and gals that, they be shouting us out and hey, you need to come check this out. Wally's World 420 for sure. He does. Willie, Willie FM. He does too. He gets on other chats. Dave's uh, Waffle House. He he shouts us out. I showed up today and I popped up on his live feed and he's like, "Hey, A.I.P, get down with A.I.P." And he does a little song deal he does and with the A.I.P and he was like, "Man, Ricky's going live tonight. Y'all need to get over there." And so and then of course he was at 5 o'clock in the morning in UK, he was still here talking to us and popping up, making sure, letting us know that he's still awake, listening. Appreciate him. We got a bunch of people, bunch of the Trouble Minds, um, uh, OGs and stuff. And well, we got G and Arcane Observer. Like all these people got their own channels, and then, that's the cool thing. Like a lot of things into the YouTube community is like everybody trying. There's a lot of them that trying to help each other. And like, hey, you help me, I help you. We build our channels together and grow. Instead of being one on one like f you, whatever. I guess you know, I built my channel up. You got to do the same thing, kind of deal. There's a lot of people, a lot of ones I've run into, and I've seen that like with the recovery shows, like on Utah. A lot of them guys will sit there and shout out, they in the smaller channels. They'll have them come on their channel so they can see them, and stuff like that come on. Um, let's see, Temple of the Owl has his own YouTube. Um, Sweets, shout out Sweets. I hate Hiker is not here because Rumble being down. Um, but Lucy Sweets and Hiker are always every show, every week, making sure spreading the word. Uh, it's bust out laughing. Catastrophe. Shout out Catastrophe, coming on here today. Kramos from the Treble Mines. Come over here, dropped us a bunch of damn facts on us someday in the chat. James with Salcedo Paranormal, because he got his own channel and with all kinds of cool paranormal stories and stuff like that. I said Jen, the Arcane Observer, she's got her own channel. He's one of the most intelligent people I know. I wish I was half as smart as Jen. I won't lie. Gaston's part of the Troubled Minds. Let's see, I'm gonna keep on going up. Of course, Michael Strange, he popped in earlier from Troubled Minds. And then I met, we got Bad Nurse. I met her through the Wally World, Dave's Waffle House whole group. She's gone to bed already, but I still want to shout out. Maybe I should go back and listen again. Who knows? Lily, she's part of the Trouble Mind. She came on. Let's see, DOS 241, our friend from down under from Australia. He popped on and listened for a little bit. Cool dude. He's got his own channel. I said it's cool the camaraderie of the YouTube channels and stuff. Let's see what else we got on here. You got Redbeard the Patriot. He keeps popping up on here.
Fuck that guy.
We had a first timer, Rich GT350R. Wally sent him over here. He was a first time listener, which appreciate him popping on. Charlie came over here. She part of the Wafflers and Wally's World and Willie. Let's see. Man, there's a lot of chat tonight, man. I appreciate y'all. Y'all are cutting up on the chat tonight. Y'all keep on going. I ain't gonna be able to scroll back every time to shout everybody out. But they won't even let me go no farther back. But that's sell for 10%, James. But I appreciate y'all for real. As always, we're gonna keep growing the channel. Make sure you like and hit the little check mark, the little thumbs up. You know, it helps the algorithms and stuff like that. Give me a little thumbs up. We're gonna keep on doing this and see what we can do with it. We're gonna keep on every Wednesday, 8:30 Central. Dave, Jamie, myself will come on here and give our point of view the best way and the only way we know how. Blunt and to the point. But we have fun doing it. You know, we have a fun way doing it. You know, I got on a personal note, I got my final lot on my land, so I went over there today and worked my ass off for all day long, cutting down trees and stacking wood, and I'm a little tired on that, but getting it ready. So when I get it over there, I'm gonna build me a new podcast studio, and so I'm gonna have when I get it done, I'll be able to have people over there and actually have in-house studio. Be kind of like a Joe Rogan. I want to have it like that. So if somebody wants to come to the house and have a podcast and go live, whatever, to me, part of it right there. And then of course we keep on doing it like this. When everybody's at their own place, and it makes it easy too, you know. But if somebody wanted to come over and do a live or just do a pre-recorded, you know, we just, you know, make it the possibilities of wherever we want to go with it. That's what I like to be able to do. You know, whatever I want to do to it, you know, whatever I can do with something, whichever way I want to go, I'll be able to do it. And that's the goal. So it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a fun journey. I'm gonna be learning some new trades, I'm sure, and learning how to do stuff and figuring out how I want to do stuff. And I got some pretty cool ideas of how I want to decorate and set it up. And if everything comes out like I want in my head, and if it comes out as good as it looks I got in my head, it's going to be pretty cool, and everybody I think is going to enjoy. So, so I appreciate y'all. Yeah, we're glad Dave is back. Appreciate your sweets. We are glad Dave is back. The missing cornerstone of the show, and I appreciate y'all. And as always, y'all keep on keeping on, and the peace and the chicken grease, and y'all be good.
Peace.